step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Good morning and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Man, oh man, are we going to have an incredible day. But before I say anything, good morning, team. How you doing?
Good morning.
Hey, Zao.
I brought you girls some proteas.
Oh, wonderful.
You know,
flower
Heritage Month, you know.
Thank you. Well, we have an incredible show planned today. We are hosting a telethon. That's why Kat's not here. He's downstairs. Of course, that is in aid of Childhood Cancer Foundation, Choc. And we are hoping that you will stand with our South Africa to raise a tremendous amount of funds to assist and make a difference.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, but let's take a look at what's happening today on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. International entertainment news, y'all. There is another Kardashian with a bun in the oven. You've got the details.
There's another one, and we're not talking about Kylie. And then, of course, Tropical Island of Treasure Season 8. We are looking for contestants. So Melinda and Karabo, they share what they're looking for contestants ahead of the Cape Town auditions. We'll bring you all of that in the show.
That's it. And in terms of music on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we're very, very excited. It's going to be a great Thursday. We got the boys from Lochinville. They're in studio. They're going to make sure that you have a fantastic, fantastic Thursday. Bring you their brand new single. That's it. Sun in your pocket for sure. And also, we are hanging out with the one and only Warrior Rick. He's here today. Inspire us as he helps create future leaders for our beautiful country. So stick around for that.
Oh, exciting things. But we promised you a telethon, so let's head on over to Kat.
Yeah, morning guys. I swear it feels like I'm the invigilator at some kind of examination room right now, but it's all about the fun that we're going to have today because as we all know, September is International Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and so we've invited some of our very, very good friends whom you've seen on the show today to support our Choc Telethon. We're all helping them to raise funds as part of a 5-month-long campaign in order for them to acquire a brand new property for the organization in Pretoria that'll help a whole lot of families and children affected by cancer. And of course, you see some very familiar faces here. It's like here you've seen here before. 7 years, you're already dabbing away. I hope that certainly does help. Leah's here, Majozi's here, and I'll be introducing you to the rest of our friends that join us from Cancer Vibe, also from Choc. And what you need to do this morning is give us a call on 021-430-9700 and make a pledge towards this 5-month-long campaign, as I said, where we're helping the Choc Foundation to raise funds to acquire a new property, and it's going to go to really, really amazing work. And I know that you've been involved in some Choc work yourself, so very recently, in fact. Tell me more about that.
The kids are inspiring. A lot of the times when you're dealing with adults, you think to yourself, oh, it's going to be quite morbid, but as soon as you deal with the kids who have cancer, they're so bright, they make your day a lot better. So I think when I've had one-on-one experiences, as soon as you meet these young people, I actually met one on the last telethon who had cancer in the eye, and he was amazing, and he kept on going, I'm amazing. So I was like, that's the least I can do is get involved.
And that's what we love, man. Guys, thank you very much for being here. Give yourselves a round of applause. Here we go. The Choc Telethon is officially underway. Give us a call. Come on.
Give us a call. Indeed, it's going to be a great Thursday. Right now, let's start it off with your weather and your temperatures. Cooler conditions are expected across most parts of the country today. However, for the northeastern region, as well as up the west coast, warmer temperatures with partly cloudy conditions can be expected. Jou temperature vir jou donderdag. Polokwane begin op 11 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 20. Mobela 11-16. Pretoria begin op 11 grade en dan styg na 'n matige 24. Johannesburg 10-22. Mahikeng 13-27. Klerksdorp skop af op 14, dit styg na 28 grade. Daar is 'n paar donderstorms wat jy kan verwag so deur die loop van die donderdag. Kimberley 15-31, ook met 'n paar donderstorms. Bloemfontein 11-28. Richards Bay starting off on 17 with a maximum 19 degrees. Pietermaritzburg 11-16. Durban 18 minimum with a maximum of 19 degrees and some showers expected. Mthatha 8-20. East London 14 and a maximum of 20, also with a couple of showers throughout the course of your Thursday. Cradock starting off on 7 minimum this morning, reaching a nice and warm maximum of 29. Port Elizabeth 13-20. George 11-22. Sutherland on 3 degrees minimum, nice and cool, but then heating up to 22 maximum. Cape Town 13 and 22 as well. Worcester 6-28. Springbok 4-26. And Uppington kicking off on 15 minimum and a nice and hot maximum of 34 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather for the 6:30 bulletin. We'll keep you updated throughout the course of your Thursday. I'm back just after 7 o'clock with another look.
Well, let's get your morning started by taking a look at your roads. We start off in Gauteng in Meyerton. Now, the roads have been closed on the R59, that's at Meyerton, for public safety due to community unrest in the area. Then moving to Parktown, there's been an accident that's on the Houghton Drive at Newton Street, so please keep a lookout for that. And then in the Western Cape in Athlone, on the N2 inbound, traffic slow moving, that's between Mew Way and the Borchards Quarry Road exit. Well, that's where we leave your traffic for now. I'll bring you another update in half an hour's time.
Now, every Friday, it's Win a Home on Afternoon Express, SA's premier interior design reality competition, proudly brought to you by Private Property, where you can follow the journey of 3 competing design duos as they decorate 3 homes, 1 room at a time. Now, if you vote for your favorite design duo, you stand the chance of winning the grand prize worth 3 million rand. Your choice of one of the 3 completed homes at the Eye of Africa Golf and Residential Estate, and also as decorated by the design contestants, with finishes by Plascon and Caesarstone and Premier Appliances by Grundig. It's an amazing prize. Now, you are also automatically entered to win incredible prizes in the bi-weekly giveaway, and the current prize is a Grower Eurocube Sink Mixer Professional that's valued at over 12,000 rand. Now, follow all of the fun and excitement on Win a Home and you could win big.
This is your chance to win the home you've always dreamed of. SA's favorite interior design reality competition, Win a Home, sees 3 design duos transform empty spaces into lavish homes, and one of them could be yours. To enter, visit privateproperty.co.za and vote for your favorite design duo. Put yourself in line to win amazing prizes in the bi-weekly draw and automatically be entered for a chance to win the grand prize, your choice of one of 3 fully designed homes in the Eye of Africa Golf and Residential Estate in the south of Joburg. The finished property will include luxurious finishes by Plascon and Caesarstone, as well as premier home appliances by Grundig, with a total prize value of more than 3 million rand. Competition details plus T's and C's can be found on the Private Property website. Watch the breathtaking properties come to life as the design drama unfolds and stand a chance to win the biggest prize on South African television, your very own dream home.
All right, so stick around to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll be right back after a very short break where we'll update you on the latest entertainment news. In fact, Siv revealed a headline right now that I'm not quite sure is true, but we might talk about that. And also we speak to Melinda Bam and Karabo Mokhane ahead of the upcoming season of Tropical Island of Treasure. But most importantly, what's happening today is that we have a very special Expresso Choc Telethon helping the organization raise funds to acquire a property for them. And of course, that assists children and families affected by cancer in Pretoria. So give us a call on 0214309700 and make your pledge. We await your call. These guys are getting bored. Look at them. They're tweeting and they're taking Instagram pictures. Don't let them do that. Give us a call. We'll see you right now.
Yeah. That's good. Dun-dun, yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Very fun.
No. Why is that not happening?
Yeah.
We won't be able to tell.
Can we test the other lines as well? So let's play track.
Okay. Okay. Now, why are we not hearing the effects here?
I just need to find out.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like it's going through it.
We're so much better when we're high.
Well then, Are the vocals coming through here?
Which one did you... This one is the... So which one is what?
Down.
I mean, we can always do it without. No, we can, but yeah, it's like for done. Yeah.
Like a tattoo, the way you get under my skin, and the thing about you is too much suffering.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
A very warm welcome to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on SABC3. You've already seen that number just before we actually came back, 0214309700. That's the number for you to call all throughout this morning as we show our support for the Choc Childhood Cancer Foundation of South Africa. We're helping them raise funds as part of a 5-month-long campaign because we want these guys to get a brand new house so they can continue doing the good work that they are doing in Pretoria up north in the country. And of course, we've got a lot of friends that are joining us this morning, one of whom is Yanni Duplessis, who is a Can Survive ambassador and also is here, of course, sharing her story with us. And tell me about how you got involved with Can Survive and why this is so important to you.
Well, I've been involved with Can Survive for many years, but the reason we're here is because we have such great admiration for the work that Choc does, and it's just amazing that whenever we have any inquiry for help or support for children, we always refer to them, and they are really just an amazing organisation, so we have to be here.
Yeah, and being a cancer survivor yourself and knowing the ordeal that a family might go through is, oh, we're getting a call already.
Ooh,
pick up that phone with a big smile on your face. That's our first call for the day. Let's hope that turns out well. I'll check in with my Josie in a second. But how is the family affected?
Well, you know, the thing is, when you are an adult and you go through cancer, it is so traumatic. But I often thought, what would it be like if my child gets cancer? And you know, as a parent, you think I'd rather have it than having my child have it. So I think it must be traumatic for a parent to have that, and we have to help and give them all the support they can get.
Well, we are so glad to have your support here with us this morning. Thank you so much. I'm going to take that microphone away, warm that phone up, say something beautiful to it, so that we might get a call. Let's check in with my Josie very quickly. Brother man, hold on to you. You got our first call for the morning. What happened there?
I did. Something happened and we got cut off. But please, Louise, phone back. Please, Louise.
What a musician. Please, Louise.
Please phone back, Louise. I want to take your number down, and I heard you were going to pledge a lot of money, so please phone back. We'd love to have your call again.
What numbers is Louise supposed to call?
Please, again, Louise, call 021-430-9700. 021-430-9700. This might be her now.
There we go, there we go. We're getting some calls in right now. Hopefully it's you. Come on, South Africa, let's get behind this wonderful organization and the great work that they are doing. So give us a call and make your pledge this morning. Come on, guys, give me some energy. We need South Africa to be part of this. Come on.
Oh, well, it looks like everyone's ready and waiting to answer those phones, so make sure you call in and give your pledge. But now we're going to take a look at what's happening with our entertainment news.
Our international folks are, wow, it's lit right now. If you thought that one Kardashian baby was enough, well then there seems to be another one coming very soon. I remember earlier this week we reported that Kylie Jenner may be pregnant. Well, according to reports, Khloe Kardashian is now also expecting, which is quite incredible. Now, she's been dating basketball player Tristan Thompson, and yeah, it seems like the two of them are very, very excited. She's always been outspoken, and we do remember that she really struggled to fall pregnant when married to Lamar Odom, so yeah it's going to be interesting.
I know, and I think the thing is, because, you know, they are close-knit family, so just the fact that if it's true that Kylie's pregnant, then it's Kylie, Khloe, and Kim's got a surrogate baba on the way.
Wow.
3 little babies in 2018. So well, 2018 is the year of babies.
It is. And of course, if they keep this up, we're going to really find it hard to keep up with those Kardashians. But time for us to move on to another story this morning. I don't know if you heard about this. Also, a few days ago, news and social media was lit with the rumors that Kit Harington and his girlfriend Rose Leslie are engaged.
Oh, and they played together in Game of Thrones.
Absolutely. That's where they met. You know, they played lovers on the show, and it seems like, you know, things were kind of, the flame was lit, and the two of them have decided to now actually get married.
They kept it traditional as well. That's so beautiful.
They announced it in the local newspaper, and basically saying the engagement is announced, and they, you know, mentioned their families and where they live, and it was so awesome. So I love that the two of them are staying very, very, very close to their roots, and I've always loved them together. I mean, the fiery Rose and the amazing Kit, and yeah, hopefully they're going to be very happy together.
Oh, exciting.
But this was a union that was meant to be. They are so amazing together.
They are, and they had great chemistry on air together as well.
Absolutely.
Well, there you have it. That was your international entertainment news for this morning. But we're now keeping things local, because we've upgraded our Woolies app, and that comes with a whole host of new and amazing features, especially for rewards members. Now, if you're not yet a rewards member, make sure you head down to your nearest Woolies store and you fill out the application form, or you can do it all online at woolworths.co.za. And it's really easy. It's as simple as that. You become a member, it doesn't cost you anything, and you can start saving on purchases immediately. And what's great about the app is that you can link your rewards account directly to the app, and you can access promotions and vouchers right there on your phone. For example, this week, the rewards members, you can get up to 20% off any 2 beauty products. You can purchase 3 for 2 men's golf shirts, or even get 2 for 99 Rand on selected baby t-shirts. So there really are some great promotions up for grabs, but make sure you get the app and you also become a rewards member. And to make things even easier, we'll send you a link right now to download the app to your device. All you have to do is simply SMS the keyword app to 33728, and if you're an Android user, SMS the keyword play to 33728. Those SMSs will cost you R1.50, and no free SMSs apply, but we'll send you the link directly to your device, and you're one step away from tapping into the world of rewards.
Thank you so much, ladies. Right now, though, I can't believe it, but the time has finally arrived for the Tropical Island of Treasure Season 8 auditions to take place, and they are looking for you. So if spending 2 weeks on the tropical island of the Maldives together with your favorite celeb sounds like an absolute dream, well, it could be a reality very, very soon, because over the course of the next 3 weeks, auditions will be taking place all across South Africa, and tomorrow it will be kicking it off here in Cape Town, where 2011 Miss South Africa Melinda Bam and the golden voice of Karabo Mokhane will be looking for their perfect partners, and this is exactly what they are looking for.
The Tropical Island of Treasure Maldives auditions are here, and Cape Town, you're up first. Melinda Bam and Karabo Mokhane will be at Cavendish Square this Saturday, the 30th of September. But what are they looking for in a teammate?
I'd like to be teamed up with somebody who's very focused, hard worker, and somebody who knows what they're there for. You know, I don't want to keep on explaining what we need to do. Like, we need to make sure that we work hard and we get to do whatever it is that we need to do, and focus on the prize ahead. Yeah.
I'm looking for someone who has the mental grit, and someone who can really put their mind to a test and really have the determination to push harder when it really gets tough. But then also someone who's a champion swimmer. And I'm all about women empowerment, so I'm looking for someone who can do their justice against a few men and hopefully be the only all-girls team.
All right.
So girls better enter and hit the gym and the pool.
Register for the auditions by buying a Tropica and following the instructions on the pack. Then come to Cavendish Square this Saturday and show us why you should join us in the Maldives. Details on tropica.co.za. Tropica, nothing smoother.
And there you have it. Now, the big question is how to enter. Now, you buy any of the specially marked Tropica packs and follow the instructions on the label. It's as easy as that. Let me show you how with this 500ml bottle, which has a golden cap, all right there, with the face of course, the lovely Kanya Mangisa on it. There we go. You can see it right there. So what you need to do is peel back the label ever so slightly, all right, to reveal the secret code. And there you have it. That's your secret code. Now, once you have that secret code, what you need to do is dial *120*8767* and this unique code and hash, and then follow the prompts from there on out. And as soon as you have done this, come and join one of our 3 audition dates around the country, and then show us why you are ready to take part in Tropica Island of Treasure Maldives. It's as easy as that, and you can spend 2 weeks on the tropical island of Maldives with your favorite celebs pretty soon.
Well, I can tell you that things are certainly heating up here down in the Expresso offices. It's the Expresso Choc Telethon. We are supporting this amazing organization to do the great work that they do. And guess what? We've just had our very big first pledge of 10,000 Rand that came through from Stephen and Jeannie McIntyre. Thank you so much. Yes, it's an official challenge to everyone out there, whether corporate, whether civilian. You are welcome to give us a call and pledge. And they're coming in thick and fast, small and large. So we're going to carry on with that. That number to call is 021-430-9700. Are we getting more information? Okay, a lot of new people are also coming in. Our friends are joining us. 021-430-9700. We'll see you after this for the Choc Telethon as we continue with your Feel Good Breakfast show. Lochinville will also be here performing. So stay tuned. Cheers, guys.
Dreaming of prizes, fame and fortune? It's now your chance of a lifetime to join your favorite celebrities in paradise and become famous like them on Tropica Island of Treasure Maldives. Plus, a chance to win a shared smooth 1 million Rand. Buy Tropica, enter and come to the auditions on Saturday the 30th of September at Cavendish Square, Cape Town. 7th of October at Gateway, Durban, or 14th of October at The Zone, Johannesburg. Grab a Tropica for details. There's nothing smoother.
Check. 1, 1, 1. Yeah.
Da 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 no, da na 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 no. I'm still not hearing the effects though. Da 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 no.
You guys are doing done, eh? No.
Yeah, it's going to be Grapevine first.
Grapevine first. Yeah.
But why are we not hearing that? No.
Da da, yeah.
Not hearing anything. I mean.
Yeah.
And the key's in. I don't know what's wrong. Because it'll only work if it's actually running.
Da 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 no, da da na 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 no. Da 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 no, da na da na na no. Yeah.
Are they getting it from their side?
Are you hearing the effects on your side, bro? No, he's not getting the effects at all.
Because I mean, if it's running through the card, then you'll hear it. So it just depends where the mic's actually being sent. No, but they are right there.
Yeah.
Ba boom ba no, da 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 na na no. Da na 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 da da no. Da da na 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 da na na no.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Same.
Da da na 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 no. Da na 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 da na no. Da na 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 da na 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 da. Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, she wants to party with me, 'cause we had a great time. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, That's how usually.
She got me feeling like I don't wanna be alone. She got me thinking like I don't know what I'm in for. But you know, baby, I'm just having a good time.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
All right, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on SABC3. We have the official Expresso Choc Telethon going on. We're helping the Choc Childhood Cancer Foundation raise funds to acquire a property for the organization in Pretoria where they can continue doing their great work. And we've upped the ante with our guest list. Check it out. There we go. Shimmy Isaacs just joined us, bringing her heat here. Give her a warm round of applause. Welcome her a little bit. She's going to be doing her thing. Yasin Barnes over there, he's also here. Yes, yes. If you do well today, we might just get that coffee date for you. And I'm not saying with who. Pass me that microphone over here. What's that?
I don't even care who the date is with. I just want free coffee.
It's
That's
okay.
the only reason.
You've got free coffee by the litre here. Okay. We've lured them in with beautiful snacks and lovely treats. And Carl Weaver also joining us here. Thank you very much. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. And phones are ringing already. 021. I'm going to get that number for you. 021-430-9700. Okay. The numbers are getting... Oh, look at... This is what we are at right now, ladies and gentlemen. 14,500 Rand. I think that's pretty amazing. Yeah. So continue giving us a call. How are you guys going to be teaming up together here? Are you going to be like saying, hey, tell me a joke, and then you donate?
I'm going to go knock knock. He's going to go, who's there? And then she's going to say, that's
Okay, that might just work. Knock knock, who's there? Give us the money. Listen, become part of our charity drive today. Our telethon is full of energy and we're doing great work right now. We've only been on for about 20 minutes now and 14,500 Rand is where we're at. So give us that call, 021-430-9700 and make your pledge.
I'm so good at you.
Oh, well, we love having the people downstairs answering the phone, so make sure you call us. And that's exactly what we've got on our social media as well. That number to dial is 021-430-9700. So it's 9700. So make sure you phone in for the Choc Childhood Cancer Foundation SA Telethon that we're hosting here on Expresso. We put it up on social media, and of course, a lot of people saying, Jabu says, good morning, what a lovely Thursday. And again, a good thing to donate for children who are bright. Ramukane says, good morning, great initiative, guys. Vincent also says, good morning, Expresso fam. Have a beautiful and wonderful Thursday. And remember, it doesn't matter how big or small your donation is. Make sure you call, do your pledge, and let's help the Choc Foundation.
At Samsung, we develop technology so you can live life. Samsung, a way of life.
In your national news, tens of thousands of workers from South Africa's largest trade union federation, COSATU, supported by the South African Communist Party, marched against corruption and state capture throughout South Africa yesterday. In Durban, the largest turnout of protesters tinted the streets in red, with a march led by COSATU presidents Dumo Dlamini and provincial SACPs Themba and Tembu. Elsewhere, at least 13 other protests took place in cities across South Africa. The protest action was approved by the National Economic Development and Labour Council in August. Statistician General Palila Hochla says South Africa faces disaster as population growth is not translating into better economic prospects for 90% of the population. Lehochla says barriers to black people completing school or obtaining a degree is a major driver of poverty. He said the prospect of black students graduating had declined significantly. Stats SA earlier said poverty increased to 55.5%. That is 30.4 million people. Now moving further abroad, campaigners in Saudi Arabia have hailed King Salman's decree allowing women to drive for the first time. Until now, only men were allowed licenses, and women who drove in public risked being arrested and fined. The Gulf Kingdom is the only country in the world that bans women from driving, and women are still subject to strict dress codes and gender segregation. The royal order will be implemented by the 24th of June 2018. And then finally, Uganda's parliament yesterday took the first steps towards scrapping the presidential age limit that would allow long-standing ruler Yoweri Museveni to remain in power. Fistfights, chair throwing, heckling and singing continued in the House since the age limit motion was first brought up last week. Parliament Speaker Rebecca Kadaga says that was rather forced to adjourn the House temporarily after 20 suspended MPs refused to leave. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Here's a look at what's happening in the world of sport with Ewan.
Thank you so much, Leanne, and good morning to all your sport fans out there. Let's quickly take a look at what's happening in the world of sport. And starting off with cricket news, the Proteas are back in action today as they take on Bangladesh in the first game of their two-match test series. Now, the battle will mark the first outing for new head coach Otis Gibson, who took over from Russell Domingo following the Proteas' 3-1 loss to England back in August. Now, today's match gets underway at Senwes Park in Potchefstroom from 10 a.m. Then staying with cricket, England pulled off a 6-run win over the West Indies last night to take an unassailable 3-0 lead in their 4-match ODI series. Now, after the West Indies posted 356, England made it to 258 for 5 when bad weather ended play, with which proved to be enough to see out the Duckworth-Lewis win. Now, with the series already won, West Indies will have one last chance to get off the mark as the final ODI takes place in Southampton tomorrow. Then Paris Saint-Germain's stellar start to the season continued last night as they beat German giants Bayern Munich by 3-0 in the Champions League. Dani Alves, Edinson Cavani and Neymar each hit the back of the net, which kept PSG at the top of the Group B with 2 wins from 2 games. Elsewhere in the Champions League last night, Barcelona beat Sporting 1-0. Juventus earned a 2-0 win over Olympiacos, while Chelsea earned a come-from-behind 2-1 win over Atletico Madrid. And then lastly, the 12th edition of the President's Cup gets underway today at New Jersey's Liberty National Golf Club in the United States. Louis Oosthuizen, Charles Schwartzel and Brandon Grace will all be representing Team World on the course with the hope of securing their team's second win over the USA since the first Cup back in 1994. The first round of the 4-day biannual tournament tees off at 9 o'clock tonight, and that is a South African time. That's also where we leave your sport for now. We'll get into those headlines a little bit later on again this morning. Right now, let's take a look at your roads.
Well, let's take another look at your roads. We start off in Gauteng in Germiston. On the N3 northbound, there's been an accident. That's before the Elands interchange. You can expect heavy delays on that route. And then in the Western Cape in Bellville, on the N1 inbound, traffic is slow moving. That's between the R300 interchange and the Durban Road exit. That's where we leave your traffic for now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Zoe. Let's get another update in terms of your weather for your Feel Good Thursday morning. And it looks like cooler conditions are expected for most parts of the country. However, for the northeastern parts as well as up the west coast, warmer conditions can be expected with partly cloudy conditions. Ons hardloop weer vinnig deur daai temperature. Polokwane 11 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 20. Mbombela 11, 16. Pretoria 11 en 'n matige 24. Johannesburg 10, 22. Mahikeng 13, 27. Klerksdorp begin op 14 en styg na 28 grade. Kimberley 15 en 'n maksimum 31 met donderstorms wat verwag kan word. Bloemfontein 11, 28. Richards Bay 17, 19 en 'n paar buie wat deur die dag verwag kan word. Pietermaritzburg of 11 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 16. Durban starting off on 18 with a maximum 19 and some showers expected. Mthatha 8, 20. East London 14, 20 also with a couple of showers today. Cradock starting off on 7 with a maximum 29. Port Elizabeth 13, 20. George 11, 22. Sutherland 3 this morning, nice and cool, but then warming up to 22 degrees. Cape Town 13, 22. Worcester 628, Springbok 426 and Uppington starting off on 15 and a hot maximum of 34 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show for the 7 o'clock bulletin. One more update heading your way just after 8.
This is a hive of activity here. Things are being said among all our comedian friends and performers here. I tell you what my Josie said is that if you call in and pledge 10,000 Rand, we said 10,000 Rand, that's the threshold, right?
10,000 Rand, yes.
10,000 Rand or more, you can request any song, right? And we will find a way of finding the chords and performing a rendition, a cover of that song. Is that a promise that you're making right now? Wow. And I'm live right here. We'll find a microphone. He's actually called his one mate to bring his guitar. Is that happening?
We're making plans, people. We're gonna get this done, and we want some big money rolling in. We're bringing the guitar. We're gonna sing some songs. Leah's gonna sing some Afrikaans liedjies. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing, and yeah, we just want people to pledge more and more. So please get involved.
Absolutely. 10,000 Rand and more. Listen, that's what we're willing to do. Give us a call on 0214309700. When we come back, we find out how Warrior Rick is helping to create future leaders in the country, and also how the Roger Good team are supporting our Choc Telethon. Stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll be right back.
Yeah. You like a tattoo, the way you get under my skin, and yeah. Check, yeah. Woohoo. Yeah, please, thanks, man. Will we have some more time after this to check if we can get it working? Because we're doing the song split up, eh? It's not one after the other.
Okay, guys, let's get a song together.
In the workshop.
They're going to need this.
Yes.
Yeah. She got me feeling like I don't wanna be alone. She got me thinking like I don't know what I'm in for. But you know, baby, I'm just having a good time. Yeah, you got me feeling lucky. You got me love stone. You got me going crazy, tripping like I'm on one. But you know, darling, I'm just here for a good time. Yeah. Don't drop me, Mr. Operator. Don't tell me that you call me later. You told me that you showed me a good time, a real good time. Through the grapevine, ooh, she wants to party with me, cause we had a great time, ooh. Now all I wanna do is dance away the night with you, ooh. She wants to party with me, cause we had a great time, ooh. All I wanna do is dance away the night with you. I'm glad we got together, I think we get along. You got me feeling like I wanna sing a love song. I think that I'm in heaven, let's turn this water to red wine, yeah. Don't drop me, Mr. Operator. Don't tell me that you call me later. You told me that you showed me a good time, a real good time. Through the grapevine, ooh. She wants to party with me, cause we had a great time, ooh. Now all I wanna do is dance away the night with you.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. The Expresso Choc Telethon is firmly underway. Look at all these beautiful smiling faces waiting for you to give us a call on 0214309700 to make a pledge to support this worthy cause. We're trying to help the Choc Foundation to get a new property in Pretoria to help all the families that they do. Yes, the phone is ringing right now. Take a look at this. Right now, as it stands, we are at 20,000 Rand. 20,000 Rand. All because of you. Your wonderful help is really, really appreciated. Another call there being taken by Khalib. Hopefully we get a nice big donation or a nice big pledge from you. And as I said, Majosi did promise that for any pledges of 10,000 Rand and above, you can request a song, okay? And it can be anything. It can be anything. We'll find a way of getting those chords. The guitar is on its way. We'll perform an edition or a rendition of it this morning. You better be ready, sir, because we are really going to be doing this. All right, so one more time. That number is 0214309700. Come on, all of those big corporates out there who always show their support for worthy causes, this is your opportunity right now to show that you care by supporting the Choc Childhood Cancer Foundation. So come on, give us a call.
All right, well, time to continue with those feel-good vibes right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, our favorite warrior, Rick, is in the house. Now, of course, we know him for engaging all types of people from every walk of life for motivational talks, team building and inspiration. But this morning, he joins us to tell us why he makes a very special efforts with regards to our youth. Now, to create, of course, as future leaders, because that's where we look to. Warrior Rick, how are you, my brother?
Good morning, I'm awesome, you, and good to see you, brother.
Yeah, man, always. Like I said to you earlier, breath of fresh air having you in the studio, man, always. Now, I love the fact that you are focusing on the youth, because the youth literally are the future, and they are the ones carrying forward, you know, despite all the problems that we're having, they are the ones that's going to be sorting it out in the future, no doubt, hopefully. No doubt. But if we take a look at the youth and we focus on them, generally, what are some of the biggest challenges faced?
Well, look, I think some of them we know about. I mean, it could be, you know, the pimple face, the overweight, the underweight, the popularity. But really today it's all about this technology, and they're getting caught up and just becoming very insular into that cell phone and not really focusing on socializing and getting out there and finding out what they can do for themselves. So a lot of times it's really about that insular attitude and trying to find their space in the cyber world.
That's it, and which could be very, very difficult and confusing. I mean, if you take a look at it, I mean, I was confused at the youth. They wouldn't have nearly what we had today.
100%.
So talk to me about your recipe to success. I mean, how are you approaching this topic, and how are you involving yourself hands-on to make a change and facilitate good leaders in our country?
Well, look, I've found in my work and in my dream and in my vision that it's about inspiring and motivating people to be their best, and obviously looking at how we can help others find their vision and their mission, because it feels so good to wake up without an alarm clock. You wake up with purpose. So when I'm training the children and the parents and the teachers, is all about helping them to get off of that technology for a bit, put it aside, and get out there and face their fears, face their challenges, because these fears are things that they're conjuring up because they're not as good as the celebrity. They're not as good as some of these big icons that they see in the world. And they're waiting. They're just, and they're standing by. And I'm saying, no, it's time to show up. Be present, and you never know what's going to happen, because when you show up, what happens is you're looking at the journey and you're enjoying the journey. The destination will take care of itself. What I'm telling them, Ewan, is 3 things. 1, they must be grateful. And when you're grateful, the stress levels come down. Just be thankful for what you've got. It's a perfect way to start. Then make your bed. Making your bed is a way to prepare, to plan, and to make sure that you practice. So you got to get good at making the bed. I tell my soldiers, if you're really good at making a bed, that coin should be able to pop off the sheet like a soldier. So really get into that aspect of being grateful and being prepared and planning by making the bed, and finally showing up. Your presence is what is going to make a difference. So it's about bravery. Regardless of what it looks like, regardless of what it feels like, show up, and you never know what's going to happen. Be brave.
Just quick advice for people wanting to, because you are that voice, you know, for a lot of people, you know, inspiring youth, you know, addressing these issues. But, you know, obviously you motivate also, like you say, parents. So what would your message be to parents out there? I mean, does it really start as simple as make your bed? I mean, that's a very good starting point, but it's very simple if you think about it.
It's a simple thing, and it's the little things we do daily that create the great things. And that's what, you know, Gary Player talked about right here in South Africa in terms of his being lucky. It was you're the luckiest golfer, you know, ever. He's lucky because he practices. That's how he made himself lucky. So what I'm telling parents and teachers, let's get into the discipline of it, but let's make it fun. So it's a balance of fun with the discipline, so you make things enjoyable. Dangle the carrot. If you do your chores, that's ground zero. So you've made your bed, you've washed the dishes, closed the cupboards, turned off the lights, saved water, right?
Saved water.
You've done all of these things according to getting to ground zero. Now, what is going to get you the allowance? What is going to get you the movie ticket? What's going to get you more time on your cell phone so you can go on Instagram and have fun? It's the other things that you do that people say, and your parents and teachers say, you will be rewarded because you've done the basics.
I love that.
And that's what we got to get into. It's all about accountability. And that's where even our leaders today need to recognize accountability is where our leaders need to recognize. That's where the faults are right now.
Very true, but I love what you said. Powerful stuff for the youth out there. Show up, stand up, and be proud of who you are.
Absolutely.
That's it, Ricardo, a.k.a. Warrior Rick, live in your Feel Good studios.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful having Warrior Rick in studio. Now, Expresso is not the only one that's showing support for CHOC, the Childhood Cancer Foundation. And to create awareness, CHOC challenged local celebrities to really get involved with their Be Bold and Go Gold campaign. One of those celebrities, or some of those celebrities, was Roger Good and his team on the line right now. Good morning, Roger Good.
Morning!
Morning. How are you guys doing? Oh, we wish that we had you here in studio this morning, but since we don't, I'm going to ask you first and foremost, Roger, you and your team participated in a CHOC challenge. Can you tell us more about it and what made you get involved?
We did indeed. Look, it's a special month. We're supporting children with cancer, and we were challenged by you guys to try and assist in raising some money to build that CHOC house. And we had to be bold, we had to go gold, so we ventured on out in Midrand. And just bear in mind, it was the middle of winter when we did this.
Wow.
Pretty much. It was still cold, freezing cold. Miss Cosmo, Robbie, Sushi, and myself, we got down into our knickers, it was spandex, actually. And may I just say, we look fabulous in spandex. You can see the video on YouTube. And we basically... we're just trying to help raise money for the kids with cancer, basically. And we had to, try and see if we could live up to what you guys are doing. And then we also challenged the Thunder Tabooty show in the afternoon. They went, I think it was bungee jumping or something. Yes. So it's been insane. But we can tell you, if you want to get involved, there's a really fun initiative that Expresso have got going on right now with CHOC. If you dial this number right now, it's 021 Cape Town 430-9700. That's 021 430-9700. They've got a whole lot of celebrities that are answering the phone lines. So there's like a call desk, and you can donate some cash and get involved and help support, just like we did, and the cool guys at Expresso, like you guys are doing.
Thank you so much, Roger. Of course, like you said, all of the phones are ringing. We've got celebrities and everybody getting involved downstairs. But I want to know from you, how important is it for you guys to raise awareness for childhood cancer?
Well, we love the kids. If you listen to our show, we're always supporting anything, we're very sensitive about any issues relating to children, and I don't think there can be anything that's more, more terrible or depressing or tragic than a child that's suffering from something like that. It's not a disease for a child. It's definitely not. Anyway.
I agree with you. And of course, this is just one of 5FM CSI initiatives. What else are you and team involved in?
Well, on a separate note, we also do a lot of stuff with the SPCA. Like we lock ourselves up in cages and dress in pajamas, but I think that's for a different interview. You don't want to see that stuff. That's wild.
Well, thank you so much, Roger. Thank you so much to your team for everything that you guys got involved in. Thank you so much for being part of the campaign. And hopefully it's going to translate in some massive numbers and funds raised this morning. Thank you so much. Ciao. Bye. Well, if you at home have been inspired, why don't you give us a call on 021-430-9700. Our celebrities and, of course, all of our helpers are ready and waiting to take your call. Let's raise some incredible funds, of course, in aid of CHOC.
Absolutely, and once again, that number for 021-430-9700. But it is a feel-good Thursday. We're going to take it up a notch right now because our musical guests do not need any introduction. It's Lockenville. They're live in our studio. Here they are. They got a brand new single out as well. These boys have been doing phenomenally over the past while. We'll get to chat to them a little bit later. First up, here's their chart-topping hit, Grapevine.
Good morning from Expresso Studios in Cape Town. This is Grapevine and we're Lockenville, guys. Hope you enjoy. She got me feeling like I don't wanna be alone. She got me thinking like I don't know what I'm in for. But you know, baby, I'm just having a good time, yeah. You got me feeling lucky, you got me love stoned. You got me going crazy, tripping like I'm on one. But you know, baby, I'm just here for a good time, yeah. Ooh, don't drop me, Mr. Operator. Ooh, don't tell me that you call me later. You told me that you showed me a good time, a real real good time. Grapevine, oh. She wants to party with me, cause we had a great time, oh. Now all I wanna do is dance away the night with you, oh. She wants to party with me, cause we had a great time, oh. Now all I wanna do is dance away the night with you. I'm glad we got together, I think we get along. You got me feeling like I wanna sing a love song. I think that I'm in heaven, let's turn this water to red wine, yeah. Don't drop me, Mr. Operator. Don't tell me that you caught me later. You told me that you showed me a good time, a real good time. The grapevine, oh. She wants to party with me, cause we had a great time, oh. Now all I wanna do is dance away the night with you, oh. She wants to party with me, cause we had a great time, oh. Now all I wanna do is dance away the night with you.
You got me feeling, baby. You got me feeling, baby, like a love stone. You got me tripping, baby, boy, you got me on one. You got me feeling, baby, like a love stone. You got me crazy, baby, tripping like I'm on one.
Don't drop me, Mr. Operator. Don't tell me that you caught me later. You told me that you showed me a good time, a real good time. Through the grapevine, oh. She wants to party with me, cause we had a great time, oh. Now all I wanna do is dance away the night with you, oh. She wants to party with me, cause we had a great time, oh. Now all I wanna do is dance away the night with you, oh. She wants to party with me, cause we had a great time, oh. Now all I wanna do is dance away the night with you.
Oh man, oh man. Damn, there's something about your sound, man, that just gets people moving, and that is why you guys are awesome. Andrew, Brian, thank you for joining us, man.
Thank you so much. Good to be
Awesome
here.
to have you guys. How's it been going?
But it's been going well. We've been hell of a busy. We kind of juggling 3 different things at once at any given time. So yeah, it's hectic, but we managed to do it.
That's cool, man. Listen, very, very cool to have you. We can't wait to hear your new single as well.
I can't wait to play it for you guys.
Done, man. That's going to be awesome. So stick around for that. But people are asking, I mean, they'd love to see you live. You guys are brilliant live. We get to see you in studio.
Thank you.
You're at the Amped Fest on the 30th.
Yes, very
Johannesburg.
I'm very excited for that. Yeah, so yeah, very amped. I think it's a good word. We're going to be dropping a hell of a cool set. There's going to be a lot of party, a lot of tracks that people know, some that people haven't heard before. So it's going to be good.
Awesome stuff, man. For now, you're hanging out with us. We got you all the way up until 9 o'clock. Stick around for them. Catch them at the Amped Fest in Johannesburg. That's the 30th of September. And also a big thank you for Golden Circle for making this performance possible. Let us know what you thought about that performance. We love it. Grapevine. You can head on over to our social media pages with the hashtag Expresso Show.
Well, it's Instagram Thursday with Vodacom. Make your day. Get free data to post your favorite selfie, food and fashion pics on Instagram. And today you can also win online shopping vouchers by visiting the Vodacom Instagram page and by taking part in their Regram competition. Now, to make your day, simply keep a positive data balance on your Vodacom SIM card, then dial *111*634# or download the latest version of the My Vodacom app. And remember to opt in daily so you don't miss out on up to 1 gig free data every day. But for more info and T's and C's, visit vodacom.co.za.
Well, let's give you a quick update from our Expresso Choc Telethon downstairs. 22,900 Rand is where we are after about 45 minutes of opening up our lines. And of course, you can be part of this great drive. Give us a call on 021-430-9700 and make your pledge. We are doing great work with Choc here. And I've got to ask you, Zelda, as the communications manager, are you happy with what we've done so far? Are you happy with what South Africa is bringing across?
Yes, I'm very happy so far, but they must keep it coming.
What do you have a target that you have in your mind?
Not a specific target, but they need to keep it coming.
Absolutely. I think that's the key word for the day. Just keep it coming. We are definitely keeping more than hope alive through our Expresso and Choc Telethon. So one more time, that number is 021 430 9700. Give us a call.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
A very good morning. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. If you're wondering what's going on right now, the official Expresso Choc Telethon is underway, and you can be part of it and pledge your donation towards the great work that's being done by this organization. We're trying to help them to acquire a new property, a new Choc house in Pretoria. So give us a call on 021 430 9700. Jenna Dolman joins me to talk a little bit more about her involvement and her history with Choc. Thank you very much for being here. I know you've taken a couple of calls as well, so hopefully when that phone rings, you are allowed to officially drop the mic and take the phone. That's more important, okay?
Yes.
But tell me a bit more about your history with Choc.
Well, my history with Choc, well, it all started like when I was diagnosed originally with cancer, but it more starts with my father. So when I was ill, there was no one really supporting them as parents.
Yeah.
No one really talks about cancer. It's very hush-hush. And then they decided with my dad, I'm not sure who else, they decided to make a company like Choc, and also they help with the Choc house, specifically at Tygerberg Hospital, to try and get that going. So there's more support going, that you don't feel alone.
Yes.
Because that's the biggest thing, and no one wants to talk about it. It's scary. It's, oh, your child has cancer.
Absolutely.
Shame.
Yeah.
No one knows what to say, and no one knows how to comfort. So then they've also, like my mother also got involved with Choc. Then they started doing the parent organizations, and now it's almost international with the other company called PSYOP. Yeah, I'm not going to say the abbreviation for it, but anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it took off from there, and yeah, now everyone else is involved as well, and it's absolutely amazing, and now it's just, yeah.
I want to know about, especially that time that you know, when you were diagnosed, and yes, you were a child, and there was this hush-hush mentality when it came to talking about cancer, and then things kind of turned around when the organisation started taking flight and help started coming around. How did that affect you, and how important was it to you as a child in that process?
To be perfectly honest, initially it was scary.
Yeah.
I didn't want anyone to know I had cancer, where my mother would be proud and be like, oh, show your scars, you're a survivor, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Mommy, no, I just want to get away. Because I still felt that I was treated differently.
Yeah.
As soon as someone hears you have cancer, then you sort of treat it differently. And even to the day, if I tell my friends I have cancer, then they think, oh, wow. But what can't you, like almost as if you're fragile, if you're going to break or that you're going to get super sick again. And it's still, even though with more technology, more information, there's still a stigma around it. And people hear if you have cancer, then they think you're going to die. It doesn't matter if it's past tense or anything like that.
Yeah, that's why, you know, it's fantastic to have you here, to have you sharing your story, and especially as a young person who can tell other young people out there what this is all about. So I'm going to get you back on your line, and Zelda, I'm going to ask you to come around if you can. So just scoot on along across these chairs. Another 1,000 rand has just come in, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. So Jenna, you can have a seat there. Zelda, have a stand right over there. All right, I'll update you on the latest news in a second. Let me just quickly chat to Zelda. And tell me about the importance of the work that Choc does, I mean, especially when we are now raising funds to acquire new property in Pretoria, and what these houses mean for the families and the children that are affected.
The houses are actually a vital component to the families, as mainly depending on the type of cancer that you have, you might be from a particular province, but then get referred to a different province. And when you're there, you would require accommodation because it's the child that gets admitted to the hospital and not the parent. And also the duration of treatment is quite a lengthy one, because you're looking at anything from about 8 months to about 3 years. So you can imagine, as a parent, you know, you don't have a place to sleep. You're already worried about your child being sick, so you don't need to worry about accommodation and have to worry about food and traveling, you know, to the hospital. So Choc actually covers all of that, and that's the importance of us providing that accommodation. So the child gets admitted into the hospital. The parent then makes use of the Choc house, so that's where they actually stay during the treatment. And they, you know, they have food. They provide it with toiletries, and they provide it with clothing, so that they don't need to be stressing about those things. And we also offer them counseling, just to make sure, you know, that we ease off the journey, and you know, and they also know what to expect from the treatment.
I'm going to chat to you a little bit more a bit later on, just more in detail, because I think people out there need to understand exactly what it is that goes on at a Choc house and how it offers support. But guys, we've got some very, very big news right about now. I need you to all hold your breath. We've just gotten a massive pledge from a financial services company that would like to remain anonymous, but I am officially allowed to say they have just pledged 70,000 rand! 70,000 rand. Wow. Oh my word. Wow. So a corporate has just come in big time and added to our pledge, and right now we're standing at 93,650 rand. That is absolutely amazing. A big challenge to all the corporates out there. So come on, put your money where your mouth is. We'll be back here. You need to give us a call on 0214309700. The Expresso Choc Telethon continues.
Oh, it's absolutely incredible. Be sure to call us. Our lines are open for the Choc Telethon happening today. But it's also Instagram Thursday, and Vodacom wants South Africa to experience the power of the internet, which means today you can get up to 1 gig free data to upload, edit, and share all of your favorite pictures on Instagram. And Cape Town adventure, surf, and lifestyle photographer Mani van der Hoven is with us in studio to tell us a little bit more about his photography and the use of Instagram. Good morning.
Morning, morning. Thanks for having me.
You know what, we're looking at your photographs. I went on Instagram to go and check you out. You're at Just a Surfer Dude. I mean, you turned your passion for surfing into photography. Where did you bring about that?
Well, my love for surfing has been since I was a kid. I mean, I surfed for many years, and then
you know, taking pictures was just an extension of that, going onto the beach, having more time on the beach. And it started when I actually discovered a DSLR camera, because all my photos, especially on my Instagram, the earlier photos of my Instagram was all taken with a phone.
Okay.
And a friend of mine sold me his camera for next to nothing, and you know, you get a new camera and all of a sudden things change for you, and you get another camera and another camera, and I mean, at some point I wanted to be closer to the action, and it was another camera and another housing. So it turned into becoming my job at the moment, so that's what I love doing.
I think it's incredible. In terms of, you know, using waterproof, so how would you take the shots that when you're in the water like that?
Well, the shots in the water happens by chance. You know, you can lie in a certain spot and wait for somebody to come. The nice thing about this is a kite surfing picture. The nice thing about kite surfing pictures is the guys see you in the water and, you know, they want to perform.
They show
So they come as close as they can, which is awesome. I mean, that thing, after that photo was taken, you know, the spray was all over me. So it's fantastic being in the water and being part of the actual photography shooting.
I think that's wonderful. How would you describe your style of photography?
Well, I don't know if I have a style. You know, for me, it's just going out and see what is there to take a picture of. You know, I never plan to go to shoot anything. I go to the beach and I see a nice sunset, or I see somebody on the beach and I see a surfer, and I try and take a picture of them and see what it looks like in the end. So.
It's often like that. You go on a shoot for at least an hour and there's always just that one picture that creates magic. I absolutely love that. And then how do you find Instagram to help you as a marketing tool?
You know, I don't know if I use Instagram effectively as a marketing tool. I went over to Instagram from Facebook because I thought I was annoying my friends with all my pictures. You know, when your friends like your pictures, you never know, do they like it because they know you, or do they like it because it's a good picture?
Okay.
So that's why I started using Instagram. What happened lately a lot is people come up to me and they talk to me, they don't know me, and then when the word Just a Surfer Dude comes up, they're like, oh, Just a Surfer Dude, I know you, I've seen your pictures.
We follow you online.
Yeah, we follow you, and then you feel like a celebrity for 1 second. But that's when I noticed that, you know, people actually see this as a marketing tool, although you don't really see on my profile that I have what I do. So then when people ask me, so are you a photographer? Do you make a living out of it? Then I would say, oh, go look at my webpage or look at my Facebook page. There you get all the information. But I think if you use it properly and in the right way, I think it's an amazing tool to use.
Definitely. Well, Mani, thank you so much for coming along and sharing with us. Do make sure to go follow him on Instagram. It is at Just a Surfer Dude. Now, to make your day, simply keep a positive data balance on your Vodacom SIM card, then dial *111*634# or download the latest version of the My Vodacom app and claim your free data daily. But for more info on those T's and C's, visit vodacom.co.za.
And look at the deliciousness happening in the kitchen right now with the lovely Angie Boyd. Angie, you're going to be spoiling us this morning with something delicious, because we are actually using veggies to make a delicious ice cream with a gingerbread crumble.
Healthy and yummy.
Healthy and yummy. The weekend is here. Maybe this is something that you could try out. Angie, lovely. Let's put this together. So, pumpkin ice cream, eh?
Yeah, so it's a take on pumpkin pie, but because we're in spring and not in autumn, we've flipped it over on its head and we're doing an ice cream with a crumble topping.
Why not?
So there we go. What I think we're going to do is, because there's quite a bit to do, I'm going to get the ice cream going. If you wouldn't mind doing the crumble topping, so it's like a gingerbread crumble. We've got our dries, we've got cake flour.
All right.
A little bit of brown sugar.
All right.
Some baking powder. And then those lovely spices that you always associate with pumpkin pie, so ginger and cinnamon. And then I'm going to make you get your hands dirty.
Of course you are.
Of course I am.
That's why I have my apron on today.
There we go. So if you could just rub the butter into the dries, you know, like that sort of crumble
So all
situation.
of this, eh?
I know how you know how to do it. Then while you're doing that, I've got some egg yolks, sugar, a little bit of brandy, and we've whisked this to the ribbon stage, which just means it's lovely and fluffy and light. We've whipped some cream over here, and then we've got our pumpkin puree. And you could use butternut as well if you didn't have pumpkin.
Okay.
But it's a great way to use up leftovers as well.
Yes.
Because there's always that little bit of pumpkin that's left over that no one wants. So we're just going to fold everything together. So you've got pumpkin, cream, a little bit of extra cinnamon because, you know, it tastes
Because
good.
it tastes amazing. That's why.
So we just mix that together, add the eggs. So the eggs have been cooked. They've been pasteurized basically over hot water. And then we fold that through.
And look at that. Okay.
Lovely and light. And this is one of those no-churn ice creams.
I wanted to ask you, because ice cream, obviously, sometimes, you know, but this is great. We just kind of make it, pop it in, and leave it in the freezer.
It's really easy because you've got all the fluffiness from whisking the cream and the eggs. And then that goes in. You can just put it into a bread tin or a cake tin, whatever you've got, into the freezer and let it set overnight.
Okay.
And then
look at that. Look at that.
That is amazing.
Yes.
You should become a chef. You are fantastic at this.
Because I can make a crumble.
Okay, that's perfect. So
can I get my hands out now?
You can get your hands out.
All right, you go ahead there.
And then we're going to add some golden syrup to this crumble, just to bind it, bring it together. A little bit of treacle if you want to, because it adds a little extra flavour, depth of flavour if you add the treacle. And then we're going to add some pecan nuts to that.
Nice. Now the keyword is sweet. SMS that to 33728. That's sweet to 33728 to get your hands on this beautiful pumpkin ice cream with a gingerbread crumble.
So that just goes onto a baking sheet, into the oven at about 160, 170.
Okay.
Bake it almost like a biscuit crumb, and then what you end up with is this.
And there we have it. Look at that.
And there you have it. And then you're going to sprinkle that over your pumpkin ice cream, and you can add a little bit of hot maple syrup over the top as well.
Perfect. And there you have it, a decadent dessert, quick and easy, no churn ice cream with some pumpkin or butternut even you can.
Or butternut, yes.
Lovely stuff. Angie, this is perfect for the weekend if we can expect a nice and hot one as well. Summer is here. Brilliant way to cool you down. That keyword is sweet. SMS that to 33728. Check it out on our website a little bit later on today as well. That's expressoshow.com. But I think let's take some of these snacks down to our wonderful people for our Choc Telethon.
Indeed.
Cremonnaise, creamy till the last drop. Made with love by Clover.
All right, let's give you a quick update of what's happening with our Expresso Choc Telethon. Right now, 110,600 Rand. You guys are doing well. You guys are doing amazing work. Of course, you can be part of it by giving us a call on 021-430-9700. Shimi, how are you doing?
I am great. Yeah? I just picked up 5,000 Rand.
5,000 Rand?
Yeah, I got to be careful not to give out my bank account details.
Listen, South Africa, we really do appreciate your support. So please keep on calling us on 021-430-9700. Make your pledges to support the Choc Childhood Cancer Foundation. When we come back from a short break, we talk about New York meeting Cape Town. I was there very recently, and also a review of Milan Fashion Week. Stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. We'll be right back after this. Come on!
Dreaming of prizes, fame and fortune? It's now your chance of a lifetime to join your favorite celebrities in paradise and become famous like them on Tropica Island of Treasure, Maldives. Plus, a chance to win a shared smooth 1 million Rand. Buy Tropica, enter and come to the auditions on Saturday the 30th of September at Cavendish Square, Cape Town, 7th of October at Gateway, Durban, or 14th of October at The Zone, Johannesburg. Grab a Tropica for details. There's nothing smoother.
To the hand.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We are having so much fun. Our hearts are feeling fulfilled as we are working towards raising funds for the Choc Childhood Cancer Foundation. Right now on the line, I actually want to speak to Stephen McIntyre, who gave us our very first big pledge of this morning of 10,000 Rand. Come on, guys. We can give Stephen another round of applause. Morning, Stephen.
Morning, how are you?
Doing very, very well. Thank you so much for starting us off on such a great note. As you can see already, we are at 115,600 Rand, 10,000 of which all comes from you. Tell me about your motivation to want to donate to this charitable cause this morning.
Well, I think the first is that families are living without cancer. You know, they're so in a privileged position. And why we donate to these organizations is that we want to encourage people and to understand the trauma families have having a member with cancer.
Yeah.
So I think it's in that spirit that we donate, and just being thankful that you're blessed not to have an illness like this on your hand.
Absolutely. You know, and you've got a whole bunch of fans here. All the ladies here from Can Survive were waving their hands while you were on the phone, and they were telling us about the great work that you and Jeannie do for Can Survive. So thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. What would be your message to out there to people in South Africa, just to encourage them a bit more to give us a call and donate this morning?
Yeah, I think they should get more involved with these kind of organisations and understand what it's about. You know,
yeah.
It's to assist people, it's to help people, it's to awareness. And it's these things that all of us must get involved with, so that these organisations, they are dependent on donations and make their lives easier.
Absolutely, absolutely. Stephen, thank you so much to you and Jeannie and the entire McIntyre family for your wonderful pledge, and we hope that it does encourage a whole lot more people out there to give us a call on 021-430-9700 and make those pledges towards the Choc Childhood Cancer Foundation.
Wonderful. I wish you luck.
Thanks, man.
Ah, man, awesome stuff. It's such a feel-good vibe knowing that we are doing some serious good with our telethon this morning. But right now, though, so many of you will know that recently Kat jetted off to the United States of America. Yes, he enjoyed every single bit of it, but it was more than just a nice little breakaway and holiday. It involved a tourism venture between the city of Cape Town and New York, which hopes to create opportunities to South Africans, not only in the tourism industry, but also for those looking to visit the United States. And this is what went down at that launch event.
International travel has turned the world into a global stage, and Cape Town has become a major player in that scene over the past couple of years. In fact, so much so that now a new partnership exists between two cities that have more similarities than you might have thought. I'm here in Midtown, New York City, to witness the tale of two remarkable cities.
In a groundbreaking partnership, NYC & Company, the tourism and marketing organization for New York, is signing a city twinning marketing partnership with the city of Cape Town, with a purpose to grow tourism numbers between the two destinations.
Fred, you and your team have been absolutely amazing to us, and congratulations on this very significant deal. I've got to ask though, why did it take so long?
Great question, you know. I mean, the minute we met the team from Cape Town, we knew that this was going to be a partnership that was going to be a huge success. It took us a moment to iron out the details, but we're so happy that we're here.
So what will this mean in terms of travel, the industry itself, tourism, and of course the opportunities offered to travelers?
The interesting thing is that, you know, New York City is the largest outbound travel market in America. So it's an interesting portal for Cape Town to use to come into the U.S. and hopefully a lot of New Yorkers to come and travel to Cape Town. You know, we're hoping that we will open up the eyes of some South Africans and Cape Townians in particular to New York City and all of its offerings. So it really is about beginning that dialogue between our two peoples and making sure that we each know that each other are welcome and that we're actually cousins.
Currently, New York welcomes 10 times Cape Town's annual tourism numbers, and through mutual access to each other's markets, trade exchanges and sharing of knowledge, Cape Town's tourism numbers are sure to benefit.
This is truly a significant moment in the timeline of Cape Town tourism, but to you, how special is tonight?
I think the importance of tonight, and specifically the partnership with New York & Company, for the first time we can stand shoulder to shoulder with a global city like New York and get recognized as peers, but more importantly it allows us to use our resources and assets to find opportunities to work together and collaborate. And I think that's the beauty of tourism. It allows us these opportunities to connect in an authentic way, but more importantly to use all the resources at our disposal to talk about the narratives of our beautiful cities.
And there's a certain allure about both cities. When you think about Africa, you're most likely going to think about Cape Town. When you think about North America, it's New York. What do you think is it about these two cities that people just love so much?
We're real, we're authentic. We've got a horrific past. I think we go back to slavery and kind of the foundations of freedom. But I also think is that we continue to renew ourselves. And I think that is what the grit is about both cities, is that it's real, it's authentic. And the commonality there between us is just astounding.
A South African chef presented a fusion of flavors on the night, inspired by both cities. From New York's famous pastrami sandwiches to the classic South African boerewors roll, guests were treated to a taste of both worlds that was truly fitting for this momentous partnership.
New York City, where I've called home for 16 years, and Cape Town, my favorite city abroad. Like my two favorite cities combined into one. Let's do it.
They're very similar cities. They have a great energy. They are very into nature, both
of them. You know, there's a lot of lovely things you can do in New York that you can't do in Cape Town. Very different at the same time, but there's a lot of emphasis on food and wine and people going out, so I think it's great.
I think this partnership is going to be one that's going to be envied throughout the world, and I think they will do wonders for both travel and business for both countries.
So we've been going around trying to teach New Yorkers some South Africanisms. Have you picked up some New Yorkisms?
So I think the thing that I'm learning is that neighborhoods are called boroughs, a taxi is called a cab, and there's a couple of swear words which I cannot use right now, but I think other than that, I mean, even with your help, we're trying to teach them to say dadelik.
So as a cousin from down south, I'd like to leave you with a parting gift, something you should say when you get to Cape Town. You got to say, Kaapstad.
Kaapstad
is
dadelik.
So now you got to say all that together. Kaapstad is dadelik.
Kaapstad is dadelik.
Yeah, away, master kind.
After a successful launch event, the only thing left to do was for both parties to sign the dotted line, making the official start to a long and prosperous relationship.
The deal is finally sealed. New York City and Cape Town are now united for mutual benefit in tourism. So I guess now we can walk the talk like a boss. Mons hou dit duidelik. Away, master kind.
Representing, keeping it so real there, Kat. Absolutely love that. Well, it's time again as we look to fashion movements from the top, and where better than Milan, the birthplace of Versace, Valentino and Prada. Fashion Week for the spring-summer season has just concluded in one of the world's top fashion destinations, and Expresso is giving you an exclusive trend report. Here with all the news is our Expresso fashion editor, Nick Strellis.
Hey, girl.
How are you, darling?
Good, how are you?
Very, very good, thank you.
Good.
Okay, so while it's concluded overseas,
yes,
we are now in the swing of
things.
spring, summer. What are the trends that us as South Africans need to keep our eye on?
Well, what's so great is that we can see the trends in Milan first and then preempt what we're going to be doing for summer in South Africa. So there are two trends of note that I discovered while doing my little research in Milan that I think are going to be huge for South Africa for spring, summer. The first is the sheer movement. Okay. Take a look.
Oh, wow. She's not going anywhere.
She is going home and staying there. That's not what I want. But no, it's all about these strategic skin reveals. But again, people have to be careful and cautious that it's not too much, pushing the boundaries too far. Yes. But the perfect thing with tulle, which is the type of fabrication we're seeing here, it's perfect for summer. It's lightweight, it's breathable, but you still look quite chic. Yeah. It's a perfect balance.
But I like what you said, strategic.
It's strategic.
You know, just not like all like
no,
nudity.
You've got to be strategic.
Okay,
and then the next trend I've sort of come across, street style in Milan, which I like to look at street style because we want to see how people, the average person like me, are appropriating these trends. So we're doing the harem pant. So the harem pant is really just a drop crotch. Yeah. Can I say crotch?
You can.
Because I did.
You just did.
What the drop crotch is, like my pants here, it's really about sort of elongating from the waist seam to the crotch seam. So it just elongates and you get a nice baggy fit. Okay. So from wide leg to narrow leg, we're seeing the harem pant blow up. This will be the trouser of the season.
Wonderful stuff. Okay, so you've brought models with us.
I brought models
with you,
with
and you're going to be showing us how the whole Milan all the way to South Africa trends kind of play out.
Totally.
Shall we look at the first one?
We shall see. So first we've got Wawa.
All right.
My girl Wawa. So she's rocking this sheer, what I've been talking about, this sheer trend, hey? But again, it's quite strategic. So we've got the florals, the embroidery, which are really in right now, to sort of cover up the bits that you sort of want to keep covered, right? Yeah. But you're still getting the breathability. Yeah. I mean, look, it's beautiful. A little tuck-in at the top with a structured trouser. I'm into it.
Very, very nice. Let's take a look at model number 2.
Number 2.
Very cool.
For 2, we've got Tumi. Two for Tumi. Tumi's rocking the harem pant here.
Oh, wow, that's so cool.
And people have some misconceptions that the harem pant is too casual to wear.
Yeah.
But look what we've done. We've paired it with a boyfriend shirt. Yeah. We've paired it with quite a formal blazer, a beautiful heel, and it actually works for office to drinks.
Is this what you would also term athleisure, kind of?
You absolutely would, completely. So it's, again, it's about mixing more formal attire on top. We've got the collared sort of Oxford shirt with the sort of athlete wear bottom.
Very cool. And then our final model that you brought for us.
Is this a surprise?
Is that it? Is that it?
It's
you
me.
are our final
model.
model.
I am doing the drop crotch here. So this is the men's version. So.
And then, of course, where can we find all of these gorgeous pieces that you brought for us?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that, Lee. Because everything you've seen now is available at Studio W, which is exclusive to Woolworths. So what I love is that we're seeing trends in Milan.
Love it.
You can go out right now, South Africa, and purchase these and replicate these looks that you're seeing.
I love it. That always makes me so excited because I'm like, if I see it on the runway, if I see it in front of me, where can I get
You
hold
can
of
actually do it.
Wonderful.
And Woolies has also unrolled this app, this new app, which has all these beautiful content stories on there. You get style advice, how to wear the pants, how to wear that top. You just need to download it.
Thank you so much. Well, talking about downloading it, some style advice from Nick and Woolworths. If you would like to receive even more fashion how-tos, be sure to download the new Woolworths app. Simply SMS the keyword app to 33728. If you, and of course, if you are on Android, then SMS the keyword play to 33728. SMSs will cost you rather R1.50 and no free SMSs apply. We'll send you a link directly to your device. Simple and oh so stylish.
All right, well, downstairs, there's a lot of action happening, a lot of smiles here. I hope it's because you guys are taking calls, right? Yes? All right, look, the latest update right now is that we are at 115,600 Rand, which is fantastic. All thanks to your pledges, and you can keep on calling us on 0214309700 to make your pledge to the Choc Childhood Cancer Foundation. We're helping them to get a brand new Choc house that will be helping lots of families and lots of children affected by cancer. But stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Look at that number. Beautiful, isn't it? 125,250 Rand is what you, South Africa, have pledged so far for our Expresso Choc Telethon by giving us a call on 0214309700. And like I said earlier on and yesterday as well, it doesn't matter how big or how small that pledge is. All that matters is that you are part of this journey with us. Let me talk to Miriam, whom I believe is on the line right now. Good morning, Miriam. Hello, Miriam. See if we can get Miriam on the line. Unfortunately, we've lost her. Call us back again. She had a very cool message to share with us and also challenging her colleagues. And a lot of people are also doing that. Shimmy, you were speaking to Jan Olivier a bit earlier on.
I was speaking to Mr. Jan Olivier, who is basically challenging all law officials.
Yes. So Metro Traffic. Everyone who's there in official uniforms.
Security guards.
SANDF.
Yes, ADT.
Yeah, guys, that is law enforcement, as well.
Yes. And also motorcyclists. He is challenging all of those people to donate.
All right, and how much did he donate?
He donated 1,000 Rand.
1,000 Rand. Jan Olivier. Thank you so much for that. All right, I think we do have Miriam on the line. Good morning, Miriam.
Hi, good morning, Tekleho.
How are you this morning?
I'm very well, thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for calling us back. What's your message and what is your pledge towards our Expresso Choc Telethon this morning?
Okay, my pledge was 100 Rand. I'm retired now. I just want to ask my ex-colleagues for Shini, exact in the head office in Cape Town, to match or better my pledge.
There we go. We like that. We like that very much. Because I tell you what, if that entire office were to just match your pledge, we would get a lot of money in for this telethon.
Yes, I think so too. I think we should do that.
Miriam, I tell you what, call them out by name. Give us a couple of names now, name and surname, so they know you're talking to them.
Okay, it's Tracy Berger. Shireen Adams, Estelle Mitchell, and actually the whole Foshini group. That would do.
The entire Foshini group. Okay, you've been officially challenged. Miriam, thank you so much. You are so kind, and thank you for blessing us with your pledge today. And you can do the same as Miriam by giving us a call on 0214309700. We'll be right back with you. What happened there? I heard my name.
In die nasionale nes 10,000 werkers van Suid-Afrika se grootste federale vakverbond COSATU, gerugsteun deur die Suid-Afrikaanse Kommuniste Party, het gister die strate ingevaar om teen korrupsie en staatskaping te betoog. Die grootste aksie was in Durban waar COSATU se president Zdumo Dlamini en die SAKP se provinsiale hoof Themba Mthembu voorgestap het. Elders het minstens nog 13 soortgelyke aksies in stede reg oor die land plaasgevind. Die protesaksie is in Augustus deur die Nasionale Ekonomiese Ontwikkelings- en Arbeidsraad goedgekeur. Die statistiekus-generaal Pani Lehohla sê Suid-Afrika staar 'n ramp in die gesig omrede bevolkingsgroei nie beter ekonomiese vooruitsigte vir 90% van die bevolking meebring nie. Lehohla se struikelblokke soos onvoltooide skoolloopbane en die onvermoë om grade te verwerf is van die hoofoorsake van armoede. Daar is 'n beduidende afname in die aantal swart studente wat gradueer en armoede het tot 55,5% toegeneem. Dit is 30,4 miljoen mense. Op die internasionale front in Saudi-Arabië heers daar ongekende vreugde nadat koning Salman die verbod dat vroue nie motors mag bestuur nie opgehef het. Tot nou toe mag net mans bestuur het en vroue wat dit in die openbaar durf wag het, is in hegtenis geneem en beboet. Die Golfkoninkryk is die enigste land in die wêreld wat vroue verbied om motors te bestuur. Hulle is ook onderworpe aan streng kleredragbepalings en geslagssegregasie. Die koninklike bevel sal teen 24 Junie aanstaande jaar van krag word. En dan Ten slotte, Uganda se parlement het gister die eerste stap geneem om die presidensiële ouderdomsperk op te hef wat sal meebring dat die huidige heerser Yoweri Museveni nog langer aan bewind kan bly. Nie almal was gelukkig daaroor nie en parlementslede het vuis geslaan, stoele rondgeslinger, luidkeels gesing en koggel en hoongeluide geuiter. Die speaker Rebecca Kadaga moes noodgewonge die parlementssitting tydelik verdaag, maar minstens 20 lede het geweier om uiteen te gaan. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Here's a final look at what's happening in the world of sport with Ewan.
Thank you so much, Leanne. Let's quickly take a last look at your sport on your Thursday morning. Now, the Proteas are back in action today as they take on Bangladesh in their first game of their two-match test series. Now, the battle will mark the first outing for new head coach Otis Gibson, who took over from Russell Domingo following the Proteas' 3-1 loss to England back in August. Now, today's match gets underway at Senwes Park in Potchefstroom from 10 a.m. onwards. Then England pulled off a 6-run win over the West Indies last night to take an unassailable 3-0 lead in their 4-match ODI series. Now, after the West Indies posted 356, England made it to 258 for 5 when bad weather ended play, which proved to be enough to see out the Duckworth-Lewis win. With the series already won, West Indies will have one last chance to get off the mark as the final ODI takes place in Southampton tomorrow. Then Paris Saint-Germain's stellar start to the season continued last night as they beat German giants Bayern Munich by 3-0 in the Champions League. Now, Dani Alves, Edinson, Cavani and Neymar each hit the back of the net, which kept PSG at the top of the Group B with 2 wins from 2 games. Then elsewhere in the Champions League last night, Barcelona beat Sporting 1-0. Juventus earned a 2-0 win over Olympiacos, while Chelsea earned a come-from-behind 2-0 win, or 2-1 win rather, over Atletico Madrid. And lastly, the 12th edition of the President's Cup gets underway today at New Jersey's Liberty National Golf Club in the United States. Now, Louis Oosthuizen, Charles Schwartzel and Brendan Grace will all be representing Team World and on the course with the hope of securing their team's second win over the USA since the first Cup back in 1994. Now, the first round of the 4-day biannual tournament tees off at 9 o'clock tonight, and that is South African time. That's where we leave your sport for your Thursday morning, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Well, let's take a final look at your roads. We start off in Gauteng and Randburg. On the N1 northbound, there's been an accident that's in the right lane before Malebongwe Drive exit, and in the Western Cape in Plumstead. On the M5 inbound, traffic is slow moving. That's between Racecourse Road and the N1 Kuburg interchange. That's where we leave your traffic, but let's take a final look at your weather, and it seems like cooler conditions are expected for most parts of the country today. However, the northeastern region as well as up the west coast, warmer temperatures with partly cloudy conditions can be expected. But taking a look at those temperatures, Polokwane is starting off on 11, reaching a high of 20. Mbombela 11 with a high of 16. Pretoria partly cloudy 11, reaching a high of 24. Johannesburg 10, 22. Mahikeng 13, 27. Klerksdorp 14, reaching a high of 28. Kimberley 15, reaching a high of 31. Bloemfontein 11, 28. Then moving to Richards Bay, where you can expect showers with a low of 17, a high of 19. Pietermaritzburg 11, 16. Durban 18 with a high of 19. Mthatha partly cloudy, starting off on 8 and reaching a high of 20. East London today 14 with a maximum of 20. Cradock 7, reaching a high of 29. Port Elizabeth 13 with a high of 20. George partly cloudy, starting off on 11, reaching a high of 22. Sutherland 3, 22. Cape Town today partly cloudy with a low of 11, a high of 22. Worcester 6, 28. Springbok 4, reaching a high of 26. And Uppington starting off on 15, reaching a hot 35 as a maximum for today. And that's where we leave your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
On laughs here from the team. They're clearly enjoying themselves, and they should. Zakir just got 500 Rand over there, another 1,000 Rand coming in. A big update, Majosi, from Nicole Skuman, who called us and pledged 40,000 Rand, which I think is amazing. Thank you so much, Nicole. We're going to try and get her on the line. But in the meantime, of course, you can call us on 0214309700. We are here for the Choc Telethon for the Childhood Cancer Foundation of South Africa. We're keeping More Than Hope alive and, of course, assisting them in doing the great work that they are. But right now, let's get back upstairs. I think Lockenville still has another performance for us. Are you guys ready to get your dance on? All right, here we go. Here we go. All right.
Yeah, man, we're still hanging out with the talented boys from Lockenville, Andrew and Brian. They're right here in your Feel Good Breakfast Show studio this morning. Now, of course, catch them live at the Amped Fest in Johannesburg this coming 30th of September. You don't want to miss that live performance. If you can, check them out. Right now, though, they are here. They're about to perform for you one of possibly the biggest tracks to come out of 2016. It is Cold Shoulder.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for joining us on this early morning. This is Cold Shoulder with Sketchy Bongo. And if you're sitting at home and you know the lyrics, you can sing along with us. Tell me what's colder than a cold shoulder. What can I say? Baby, I told you over and over and over again. Don't tell me it's over with your cold shoulder. What can I say? Baby, what's colder than your cold shoulder? I'ma get lost today. I'ma get lost. Sometimes I get the feeling I need some sexual healing. I don't mind, it's what it seems. We've been up the walls to the ceiling. Long time you've been running around my mind. Don't know what it means, but I can get two things about your 2 cents all night. I'm chancing on the same. Oh my, you know I'm gon' get it. You know I'm gon' sip it and it gon' feel it. Long time, slow-mo up in it. Talk about a cold, oh, hold up a minute. Shout out Sketchy Bongo on the production for this one. We got the hook coming up. You better be singing along at home. Tell me what's colder than a cold shoulder. What can I say? Baby, I told you over and over and over again. Don't tell me it's over with your cold shoulder. What can I say? Baby, what's colder than your cold shoulder? I'ma get lost today. Today, I'ma get lost today. I'ma get lost, I'ma get lost. Sometimes you gon' tell me to get lost. I might get a missed call. I'ma call back and you gon' tell me to calm down before we get off this out. I'ma tell you, like who are you to tell me calm down? And you know the whole town gon' hear it now. I should've never ever been involved with you in the first place, but I guess we don't know nothing. Yeah, and I guess that's how it goes. But I know we both feel something. We got a room full of misting counters. Oh no, 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 what now, what's a surprise? Tell me what's colder than your cold shoulder. What can I say? Baby, I told you over and over and over again. Don't tell me it's over with your cold shoulder. What can I say? Baby, what's colder than your cold shoulder? I'ma get lost today. Why'd you go so cold? So cold. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do that hook one last time for you. I need everyone in the studio singing along as well. Tell me what's colder than a cold shoulder. What can I say? Baby, I told you over and over and over again. Don't tell me it's over with your cold shoulder. What can I say? Baby, what's colder than your cold shoulder? I'ma get lost today. Today, I'ma get lost today. I'ma get lost, I'ma get lost. I'ma get lost. I'ma get lost.
The boys from Lockenville joining us live on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Cold Shoulder. Guys, did you ever expect it when you guys made that single that it's going to be that big?
You know, to be dead honest with you, it's like you sometimes get that feeling like this one's going to do something, and I did have that feeling, but I didn't know it was going to go that big. So yeah, I was very excited about that.
You could have just seen the reaction from the people in the studio, man.
It was great. It was great. Every time you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing.
Lockenville live on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Stick around because a little bit later on we'll hear that brand new single of them, Done, which is pretty cool that you also collaborated with a Ugandan duo.
Yes, Radio and Weasel. Unfortunately, they couldn't join us, but you're still going to hear the track, and it's going to be great.
Can't wait to hear that. But in the meantime, you can catch them at the Ampfest in Johannesburg, the 30th of September. Don't miss that. And of course, let us know what you thought about that performance on our social media pages, #Expresso Show, and also thank you to Golden Circle for the performance.
Dude, I tell you what, we love that performance. Did you see the moves from my Josie? He was rocking like little one shoulder. I don't know what that was, but it was cool. It was cool. And so he should be dancing like that with a lot of excitement, because I tell you what, right now, I was just told that we had from PCB Power Transfers, guys, a pledge of 25,000 Rand. That's real. That's happening right now, which has brought our grand total so far to 190,750 Rand. So you can help us get to 200,000 Rand and beyond by giving us a call on 0214309700. Come on, be part of this great cause. We are supporting Choc, the Childhood Cancer Foundation of South Africa, and of course the wonderful work that they are doing. So come on, get those calls that come in. I heard somebody's phone ringing.
Yes.
Is that you? Yes.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on SABC3. We are all smiles because of the work that you're doing with us here, South Africa. Look at that, 190,000 Rand, 750 is what you've pledged so far. We really do appreciate it, and these amounts keep rolling in as you call us on 0214309700. All right, I want to talk to Yanni over here. Yanni, you can take the mic up again, and you've got a very special announcement to make for us. Tell us.
We have, as an organisation, decided to give
as Can Survive.
I've just been on my cell phone
with all of the members, all the board members.
10,000 Rand.
10,000.
So we are matching. But besides that, I also got a private donation from one of our team members of 1,000.
Yes.
And another one of 1,000. And the challenge is for all Can Survivors and ex-team members to please phone in and support Choc. We are waiting for your calls. Hello.
Yeah. Absolutely loving it. Thank you so much. I want to talk to Shimmy here, because Shimmy's also been very, very closely involved with Can Survive as an organisation. You've been part of the drive. You did a show for them.
Yes, I actually created a show called How's It My Bra, which is a show that basically sort of celebrates women, cancer-survived women, you know, with breast cancer and so forth. And we started this about, Adele, I think 9 years ago. Yes. So I created a show, and it was a 10-minute piece, and it then eventually, as I continued performing it, it turned into a full-fledged show, which has also, I'm very proud to say, it's a 2-time award-winning show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes, twice. And what I now do with How's It My Bra currently is I go around small towns and I perform it, in particular for women in factories, farm workers, where they have, you know, where there is it's access to information that we find is the challenge when it comes to being diagnosed with illnesses like this. And also early detection is key.
Absolutely. As somebody who has been part of a family affected by cancer, bring us a bit closer to that picture of how the family family is affected, because as you said, Choc obviously also supports the children and the families that are affected.
Yes. I was about 8 years old when my grandfather was diagnosed with cancer, and I actually cared for him towards the end of his illness. I was extremely close to him. So that was my first encounter as an 8-year-old, just with the effects of what cancer can have. Yes. And then also just the isolation, you know, that I think a lot of the patients go through. And but I've got such a wonderful family, and we all sort of just came together, and we decided that this was not just one person's illness, it was an entire family's illness. Yeah. And so we all just kind of had to go through it. And then, you know, there's the grieving process, and then there's the acceptance process, and then there's the anger process, and then there's the confusion. But ultimately, you know, he lived a great life. Yeah. So, yeah.
And I guess that's in a sense what we are trying to create with this Choc Telethon, getting everyone involved 100%. Out there, because we want to create that sense of community, that those that are suffering are not alone.
Oh, 100%. And also, when one person gets diagnosed, what they've got to realize is the family has been diagnosed, the community has been diagnosed, and how do we as a community now start to heal, and as a family, how do we kind of come together and walk this journey with the person that's been affected.
It's fantastic having you here. You are a ray of sunshine.
Oh, thank you, Katlego. I love
loving
you.
Loving the curls as well. They are extra. Give me the microphone, Adele. let me speak to you. There you go. Yes. Your involvement with Can Survive. Where did it all start? And how important has this organization been to helping people affected? And you, of course, yourself as a cancer survivor.
Well, we've been instrumental in seeing some of the most amazing things in South Africa. And we've just come off our 10-day annual ride. And the number of children we saw that are afflicted by the disease and the families that are impacted by the disease is quite frightening. But the fact that we're out there being able to make a difference to them. Just to give you an example, there were 73 families who've been completely impoverished in the Western Cape by their children, just trying to keep their children alive. And we were able to give them groceries for a month to all 73 of those families, and just inspiring them with our stories. And we've got many children survivors amongst our group.
Yeah, well, the work that you do is very, very much appreciated. It is seen, and it is so, so blessed. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Pleasure.
And I know that you made a personal donation as well?
I did. I did 1,000.
Of 1,000 rand.
All my cancer survivor buddies and friends, please try and better that.
Come on. Thank you so much. So become part of our another donation coming here. So
and
the cancer survivors are
Amy also donated 1,000.
Amy as well.
And so come on, guys.
They're not just sitting here taking calls. They're actually putting pledges forward themselves. My Josie's done themselves as well. So listen, give us a call on 0214309700. We'll give you latest update right now. 200,750 rand. What? Amazing. Keep it going, South Africa.
Yes, we broke the 200,000 mark. Thank you to each and every one of you who pledged towards that brand new home for Choc in Pretoria. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Keep those calls coming. Right now, they're jumping into the kitchen now. September, of course, marks Heritage Month in South Africa, and with only 2 days remaining, we thought that we'd squeeze in a traditional braai side with some clover creaminaise. And what better way to do this than with a crunchy coleslaw? We love it. One of those quintessential summer salads that tastes great with literally just about anything, especially with creaminaise having a high in vitamin D as well. And I mean, this creamy smooth dish can simply be described as just creaminaise, I can just say it. And Keen and Michael joining us in the kitchen, all groomed up and looking all suave and stuff to put together the salad. How you doing, my man?
I'm good, thank you. Good.
Awesome stuff, man. I'm glad we're using the creaminaise. I mean, a lot of people turn to mayonnaise, but here we have a bit of a dairy alternative as well, which will just up the flavor a little bit.
So this morning we're going to be playing with this new clover product.
Love it.
Coleslaw is something traditional, but you know, it can be so boring because it's been done so many times it becomes repetitive. So I got a little Asian inspired one.
Okay.
So Asia, they love everything fresh. We got some freshly squeezed lime juice. We're using the creaminaise, which is the main ingredient.
All right.
And we're using just a little bit of red curry paste. You can always add a little bit and work with it, because if you add too much, you can't take it out and it's going to be too strong.
That's it.
So I'd rather just add it gradually, and we're doing a little bit of fish sauce as well. That's quite salty, quite potent, also known as Thai vodka, because in Thailand,
oh, really?
they abuse this. So
but that's their salt, basically. That's where they get their salt from, yeah.
So just give that a little bit of a whisk, make sure the
The curry paste is working through nicely.
All right.
You don't want it too spicy. It depends on how I like it spicy, but for the purposes of this morning, we're just going to keep it nice and mild.
Look, if you're making it for a group of people, you know, better play it safe.
Exactly.
I guess, you know, you don't want to overpower with that spiciness.
So there we go. That's basically the dressing done, and now we're going to start assembling.
Well, that was
the
easy
coleslaw.
enough.
So you can have whatever cabbage you want, red. I'm using red, and I'm using white cabbage.
Lovely, just for the color combinations there.
Exactly. We got some nice apple, which adds a nice crunch factor to that.
That's it.
You can use whatever apple that you want, and we're just using a little bit of mixed bean sprouts. Just get that mixed in. Exactly.
I like it. We like a bit of texture. Now, SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. That's Clover to 33728 to get your hands on this lekker braai sly. We love it. We are still in Heritage Month, but you're also heading into summer, so no reason not to have a braai sly at all.
Exactly. So just give it a mix. Make sure everything's mixed nicely.
That's it. So once again, also, you don't want to overpower your coleslaw with the dressing.
Everything should just be coated nicely and evenly. You want a nice distribution of that coating around the other dressing.
Right. Well, let's finish off this guy. The keyword is Clover. SMS that to 33728. Hear those steps one more time for our braai sly. Cool. And there you have it, the perfect braai side, a lovely coleslaw salad using our Clover creaminades this morning. SMS the keyword Clover to 33728, and you can whip this up in no time. Keenan, thank you, brother.
Thanks.
This is definitely a one for the braai, eh? Definitely one for braai, especially with the hot summer temperatures as well. But here's a cool thing. Did you know that you can actually reuse your empty Clover creaminade tubs? So once you have scooped the creamiest last drop, simply remove the wrapper, and when you've scooped your last drop of creaminade, what would you then use your tubs for? You can see we've already peeled one over here. It says cookies on there, and then you can use it to store things like, I don't know, crayons, buttons, cookies in here, and maybe even coins. Who knows? So you can just let us know on our Facebook page using that hashtag Expresso Show what you would use your empty creaminade tub for. I think it's really, really cool, man. Reuse it.
Exactly.
Reuse it, Keenan. Now, of course, we are still very much into our Choc Telethon this morning. Thank you very much for all of those who pledged some amounts towards that brilliant new home for our children, a Choc house in Pretoria. So remember, you can still call us 0214309700. We are waiting for your calls.
Primo Nays, creamy till the last drop. Made with love by Clover.
Well, it's all hands on deck, yes. Sim just came from a little short break to kind of get himself rejuvenated. Listen, I tell you what, call Siv's line and challenge him on his Afrikaans. He loves speaking Afrikaans to people.
Afrikaans is baie goed.
It's baie goed, inderdaad. And listen, the pledges are coming in. We are really loving it. Right now, we're standing at a massive 205,750 Rand. Guys, a round of applause. We would love for you to keep on calling us and getting those pledges in. This is all for the Child and Cancer Foundation of South Africa. So do give us a call. What did you say? What do you want to say?
If you want to accidentally put 14 million into our account, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Just accidentally. We'll see you after the break.
I'm a dreamer. A doer. I know the hustle. I just need my money to hustle for me.
Let your money hustle for you. Get a bank account for R5 per month and bank on the Nedbank app without using any data. See money differently. Nedbank.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show. The Expresso Choc Telethon is firmly underway and you can become part of it and pledge your donation when you call 0214309700. Look who's just joined us. Yes. The Brothers Chaplain are here. Lockenville is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Let's see the skills.
We're answering calls.
You can absolutely make a pledge.
Plus, he's got that deep, creamy voice. It gets even more money. Let's see how he goes here.
And Jordan.
All right, getting the name.
Okay.
Big bills, big bills.
Yeah, big bills, big bills.
All right, listen, you can be part of this amazing cause that we are supporting today. Zakir, you were there last time that we visited the Choc House here in Cape Town. And I want to talk a little bit about what it's meant for you, because you've also been one of the beneficiaries where your family was helped out there, right? So what has it meant for you to have that kind of support from Choc when you needed it most?
Thank you much for your generosity.
For me, it was something, that's why I'm involved in it. It's something big for me because no one that does things like that, but
yeah,
they actually help you out where you really need it, because for some people that doesn't have transport, basically to go to hospital, absolutely, they help you out, they assist you with whatever you need, and it helps a lot.
Yeah. Tell me about your own personal story with cancer, when you were diagnosed, and what was happening in your life at the time.
I was diagnosed with leukemia back in 2010 after the 2010 World Cup. It was about 2 weeks, yeah, exactly 2 weeks after the 2010 World Cup.
Yeah. Okay. Civil take the line.
But anyway, I had cancer 3 years before they found out that I had cancer.
Okay.
And it was like very far already. I passed out the same night I came into hospital. Yes. I just passed out. I woke up the second day after I came in. Mm-hmm. I woke up and then they didn't want to tell me. And I've been going for treatment for the past 3 years, and I'm in remission now for 4.5 years.
That is amazing news, man. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. And I understand you're also taking some great donations over there. I'm seeing it there.
This kid wants me to call him back.
Okay.
This is officially. Please call me on live television.
Call the kid
Please
back.
call me on live television.
Do whatever you need to do, and we will do whatever we need to do to get those pledges in. So 0214309700 is the line to call to make your pledge and make your donation. We're doing well here. Is that it? 1,000 Rand was the very first call they got. Okay, let's continue. We'll see you shortly. Nice one, guys.
That's it. Let's continue. Indeed, right now we are heading into the wild. We're talking about whales. I think it's a fantastic subject to be talking about with the Whale Festival just around the corner. Now, of course, whales make up some of the largest animals in the world. I mean, they've been part of the global heritage for centuries, featured in Bible stories and inspiring literary works like Moby Dick. They've also been even subject to countless films of that. But what do we really know about whales? Now, with the Whale Festival just around the corner, like I've mentioned, we decided to invite Simon this morning from Sea Search to our studio to chat about these beautiful and majestic big sea creatures and share some whale watching tips for us to use this weekend. Simon, lovely to have you with us.
Great, thanks.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I love that we put the spotlight on our whales, man. Beautiful, beautiful creatures. Okay, so let's unpack it first and foremost. I mean, how many species are we looking at?
With the new techniques, there's sort of a few new species being defined here and there around the world, but roughly around 90 species globally.
Really?
Of whale and dolphin, yeah.
That many? I had no idea. And they all form part of the cetacean?
That's right, yeah. So whales, dolphins, and porpoises form cetaceans.
Okay, cool. Now we know that the Whale Festival is taking place. They're in our South African waters as well. But when it comes to whales and where they are, specific spots maybe throughout the course of the year, what drives them there? Is it water temperature? Is it seasonal, or how does it work with them?
We have some species. All the dolphins we have around our coast are resident species, so they live here year round. And we do have one resident whale species, which is the Bruder's whale. But the other whales, the humpback and the right whale, which are come in whale season, are migratory, and they're coming up from the Southern Ocean, the Antarctic areas where they're feeding, and they're coming up to our coast or past our coast to their breeding areas.
Okay. Now I know that we've been also talking over the past while. Overfishing is a big problem. The consumption of fish. That's why we have things like the SASSI list and what we need to be aware of. But does overfishing have an impact on our whales, specifically with regards to, I mean, whales, I know that whales also eat not only fish, but they also eat, what is it? Krill and that kind of thing.
Yeah, certainly, of course it does. We've had massive effects on the ecosystem as fishermen, as people. In the Southern Ocean, there's an increasing krill fishery, and krill is one of the fundamental prey items for many of the larger whales. And around our coast, we have major issues with our sardine stocks, which are a fundamental prey item for things like Bruder's whales and common dolphins.
Yeah. Okay. So once again, just highlighting the importance of overfishing and the impact that's that it has on specifically our whales, some of the largest creatures in our oceans as well. Now, for this weekend, aside from Hermanus, where we most often get to see the most beautiful sightings of whales, where else would you be able to see whales doing their thing?
False Bay is actually a really good location at the moment. From shore-based whale watching, you want to be somewhere where there's cliffs, and False Bay, Cape Point is obviously a great location. But anywhere in that Hermanus, Gansbaai area, I've had some of my best sightings from an area called the Kelders, which is just next to Gansbaai. Really lovely sightings there. The animals come in very close to shore, and you don't have quite the crowds that you often have in Hermanus. Along the coast of De Hoop, in the De Hoop Nature Reserve, there's really phenomenal numbers of southern right whale mothers with calves. But because there's a beach there, the whales tend to be a little bit further out. So you don't get them right underneath you like you do where there are cliffs.
Are they mainly here for breeding? Is it breeding season? That's why they are putting up close to our shorelines?
Yeah, for the southern right whales, which is what we're seeing mainly off the southern Cape Coast, very much for breeding. Well, for calving, so for raising the calves for those first few months where they're very small and vulnerable, and also there's a lot of mating activity going on early in the season, certainly.
Awesome. Simon, thank you so much for joining us from Sea Search. We're going to continue with our topic around whales, getting into the very controversial topic of whaling just after this. So call us if you have any wildlife or eco-related questions, 0214309881. That's where you can get us if you want to leave a comment or ask Simon a question around our majestic whales.
Talking about whales and our coasts, every year International Coastal Cleanup Day is celebrated by thousands of people in more than 100 countries around the world.
And now, as part of their good business journey, Woolworths supports and encourages environmental consciousness from a young age that can be cultivated among school children.
Now, if there's one thing we as South Africans can be very proud of, it is our beautiful, pristine beaches. I mean, when the summer's here and the temperatures are hot, this is where we like to spend most of our time, working on that iconic South African tan. But the reality is that many of these beaches are littered with rubbish and can be very harmful to marine conservation. But Woolies decided to get involved together with schools around Cape Town to come and make a difference here at Strandfontein Beach.
For Woolworths, International Coastal Cleanup Day is an opportunity to make a tangible difference in coastal conservation, as well as educate schools about the importance of keeping our marine ecosystems healthy.
What exactly is the role of Woolworths in today's beach cleanup?
Woolworths has always been a leader in sustainability, and we've always led the way in terms of getting schools to access resources, but also educational initiatives like the coastal cleanup that we're hosting today. The Woolworths Making a Difference educational program is part of our good business journey and is one of the ways that Woolies supports the upliftment of education in South Africa.
Why is it so important for a company like Woolies to not only educate the children around conserving our marine life, our beaches, but also paying it forward to our teachers?
We've incorporated a number of partners and they have come on board this year, and what they will be doing is they'll be doing beachfront exhibits where they will add additional awareness. So for instance, we've got WWF Sassy. They'll be speaking to our learners about sustainable fishing. We have Impact. They'll be speaking about recycling. And then lastly, we have the Marine Stewardship Council, and they'll be speaking about how we look after our water resources.
By partnering with these organizations, children get a big picture understanding of the various role players, including them in caring for our marine environments.
We love coming to the beach because it's a reminder of our beautiful country. It's just one of our many tourist attractions. It's a good opportunity for our learners. They are the ambassadors for our future environmental coastal cleanup programs, and it's good for them to be part of this, to also be taught the responsibilities, to take ownership, and to teach them the respect and love for the coastal lines as well.
We were taught a lot of things with recycling and cleaning up the beach. We started collecting papers and making it safer for the fish. It's a place where you also live, and making it cleaner. It also protects you and your family. It makes me feel proud of myself and very happy.
Leading the way in coastal conservation is WWF SASSY, who have a simple system to educate consumers in buying sustainable seafood.
Perhaps I think it's time that we get serious and put our oceans under a giant spotlight. What's the state of our oceans currently?
Our oceans are actually in a bit of a mess. We have tons and tons of plastic floating around our oceans. It's actually being found in most of our mammals, straws up turtles' noses. And then when we look at our fish stock, we're not any better there. So 89% of all of our commercial fish stock globally is actually overfished.
Now, just hearing those stats, it gives me a knot in my stomach, and I can only imagine why a day like today is very important.
Absolutely. It begins with awareness and with kids, you know, showing them what we're doing and that we can fix it, and then hopefully it builds up into taking ownership for our natural resources, taking ownership that you actually respect it enough not to litter.
Now, talking about awareness, when it comes to sustainable fishing, the public going out to buy fish, what are some of the things that we need to keep in mind?
It's easy. It's a traffic light. Red, don't eat it. Orange, think twice. Green, go ahead, enjoy it. And those simple awareness systems actually make a difference in people's lives. If you know that actually if I just look on the app or I just look at my SASSY book, I'm making a difference in the long run of that fishery.
Another organization that promotes and supports sustainable fishing practices is Marine Stewardship Council.
Angela, talking a bit about the role of the Marine Stewardship Council, what is it exactly that you guys do, and why is it important for you to be involved in drives like these?
We are a global eco-labeling and certification program. Fisheries can actually demonstrate their sustainability or their sustainable fishing methods by actually being assessed against our standard, and then they can actually use MSC eco-label on the product that comes out of the fishery. We make it very easy for consumers to make a sustainable choice by just looking for the MSC eco label on products, and this will tell them that it is traceable all the way back to a sustainable, well-managed fishery.
Whether you're buying sustainable seafood or removing litter from beaches, it's up to all of us to preserve our precious and beautiful coastal resources.
Oh man, it was a great day out. Well done to the team of Woolies and all the youngsters who pulled through to clean the beach of Strandfontein. It was a magical, magical moment indeed. Right now though, back with Simon from Sea Search. We're talking about whales, and as wonderful and majestic whales are, and also despite the whaling ban, they are still being endangered in terms of hunted. And also, I mean, it's literally like poaching of any kind. And Simon's here to unpack what that all means for us. But first, we have Kevin from Fishhook on the line. Kevin, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, my brother. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
What's your question?
My question has got to do with False Bay, the whales that come to False Bay every year. I live on between the Fishhook and Glencairn area for the last 10 years, and I want to know real quickly, why is it okay for the Navy to be doing their ballistic firing practices during the height of whale season, as they were doing last week, as they've been doing every time I see whales here for the last 5-6 years?
Okay, good question. Simon?
Yeah, thanks for your interest, Kevin. I haven't personally been involved in the issue, but I was under the impression they weren't allowed to fire during whale season. Certainly they should not fire during whale season if they can avoid it. Obviously, navies sometimes get to bypass some of the legislation that commercial entities have to deal with. But certainly loud noises in the ocean are a massive concern for whales and dolphins. They're very acoustically oriented species. They listen to communicate, they communicate vocally. There's been a lot of research showing that animals do move away from loud sounds. They might change their behavior. They might even get injured in certain cases. So Navy should certainly be avoiding the height of whale season if possible.
Awesome. Thank you, Kevin. So yeah, and so definitely not really recommended the loud shooting noises, because it can also, I'm sure, disorientate the animals. Okay, cool. So let's talk about the whaling ban or the moratorium. Simon, what exactly does that mean? And also, why has countries like Norway, Iceland and Japan not following suit?
Well, the international moratorium on whaling was signed in 1982 and it came into effect in 1986, I think, around the world. But at that point, most whale stocks had actually been commercially depleted. But there were 3 ways that you could continue whaling legally, which were not signing the moratorium, which is what Norway and Iceland did. Aboriginal whaling, which Americans and the Russians do a lot of Aboriginal, so the Inuit people are still doing these traditional hunts. And then the third way is by issuing what they call a special permit, which is to do scientific catches, and that's what the Japanese do. So all whaling that's happening by those nations is legal whaling. Whether it's ethically okay is a different issue, but it is legal. And most of the stocks that are being taken are fairly healthy stocks. But obviously, it's a practice that's globally dare I say, going out of fashion. I mean, the world's moved on from whaling, and there are generally, there's good progress in the direction of it dying out as an industry.
Well, I'm glad, because they are phenomenal animals. Simon, thank you so much for joining me. I wish we can talk for hours on end about these majestic animals, so make sure to get your binoculars out. On a more positive note, they are going to be around our coastlines, and see if you can spot a beautiful, beautiful creature.
Well, as September's Tourism Month, our friends at Four Paws, in a bid to promote responsible tourism, is offering one lucky couple a 2-night stay at Lions Rock Big Cat Sanctuary. The prize includes 2 game drives for 2, where you'll be able to experience the beauty of the wildlife sanctuary. Now, all you need to do to win is simply SMS the keyword WIN, your name and city to 33728. That's WIN, your name and city to 33728. Now, the competition will close tonight, so be sure to get those SMSs in while you can.
All right, listen, you're back with us downstairs here. Our Expresso Choc Telethon is firmly underway, as I said. And take a look at this right now. Guys, 213,170 Rand is where we are right now. Thank you so much to your donations and your pledges. So keep them coming. The number to dial, as you can hear, this line is ringing right now. 021-430-9700 is what you need to call. And it doesn't have to be a massive one. It could be as small as you like. As long as you're part of this movement, we're trying to do great work for the Childhood Cancer Foundation of South Africa to keep more than hope alive. Stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. We'll be right back.
back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Ah, okay. Well, listen, they are with us. I thought they were downstairs with the telethon. Listen, that's exactly what's happening. It's the Choc telethon, and our lines are open, so make sure you get your pledges in. That number is 021-430-9700. And I think, you know, it's very exciting that here we are hosting the telethon, but we're also commemorating International Child Cancer Awareness Month by giving Choc a much-needed helping hand.
That's right, Zoe. The funds raised today will alleviate some of the pressure for little patients and their parents who walk the journey of fighting cancer hand in hand with Choc. And to tell us more is Choc CEO Carl Queiroz and Choc Ambassador Phumeza Mdabe. Expresso is on a mission to support Choc, and through our telethon, we're asking you, our Expresso family, to get behind this organization that's helped thousands of children.
Choc is there to support children with cancer and their families. It was started in 1979 by parents who had children with cancer who wanted to come together and to support each other. We provide support to children and the families in a number of different ways, so practical support such as accommodation, and we're standing now in the Choc house, transport funds, food, and sadly, if necessary, funeral funds and things like that. Emotional support is very important, so we have trained professional social workers who give counseling, provide information and so forth. We have volunteers who go into the wards and do things like interactive play with the children. You need to understand that some of them in treatment for months, even years. And so it gets tedious and boring, as well as the emotional and the physical pain. And we also do education in the early warning signs. This is very important in South Africa because the survival rate should be much higher, but because of the lack of awareness, we're looking at about a 50, maybe 55% survival rate in South Africa. And so the more we get education going on the early warning signs and train medical professionals and related people, hopefully the better detection we get and the survival rate will go up. As you can well imagine, when you hear your child with cancer is a very traumatic thing. So I think the big thing, first of all, is just the emotional stress. So we provide psychosocial support. The other big issue is the awareness. So there's not a good understanding of the early warning signs of cancer. So a child will often get misdiagnosed. And he'll go to the clinic, then a hospital, then a district hospital. So many crucial months can be lost until proper diagnosis is had that says the child has got cancer, what sort of cancer. The good news for children is actually they respond very well to treatment. So if you can get them early, the recovery rate for a lot of cancers is 70, 80, even 90%. The problem we have in South Africa is we're getting them too late. So we're a national organization. Basically, we set up offices and houses close to pediatric oncology units, so childhood cancer units, which there are 13 in the country. And we provide our support from there. We also have what we call a Choc house. That provides accommodation. Children can be staying with us for treatment for months, even years. So they need a home to stay, but also it's a big financial burden for the family to have to look for accommodation to stay in the city if they're not from the city for a long time. So we got 13 houses and lodges around the country. So I'm in the Pretoria house now, and the reason for the telethon is to raise money for a bigger Pretoria house. So at the moment we got 4 families in this house. It's a 3-bedroom house, so we need to buy a much bigger house that can accommodate 6, 7, 8 families. And so this is what we need your money for. We're going to go buy a bigger house for Choc in Pretoria.
Actress and TV personality Phumeza Mdabe knows the challenges of having a child with cancer and has become an ambassador for Choc.
Choc approached me after hearing about my story because my son was diagnosed with bilateral retinoblastoma, which is an eye cancer. He had the tumor in both his eyes. We went for treatment, we went for chemotherapy, we went for radiation, and unfortunately the tumor was just not responding, so he ended up losing both his eyes. But thankfully he's in remission now. So yeah, it was just to basically spread the word about childhood cancer. Since I'm in the public eye, you know how people are, they pay more attention if they happen to know you or be a fan. So it's very important for me to be a Choc ambassador because I think there isn't enough noise, so to say, out there about childhood cancer. I, for one, didn't know childhood cancer existed. I thought only adults had cancer, let alone cancer in the eyes. So there's still a lot of education that needs to be taught to people, to parents, you know, to say this thing does exist, what are the signs, what are the symptoms. It's very important for me to spread the message so that people are aware and the message goes across to people.
You can help raise awareness and support Choc in their endeavour to help South African children and their families. Donate now and support a child bravely battling cancer.
Ah, man, the telethon is definitely still in full swing. Thank you for each and every one of you for making a pledge to go towards the Choc Foundation. Now, we also had a caller from a lady called Amina. She's been a taxi driver for 39 years, and she's encouraged all taxi drivers out there to at least donate 200 Rand. So get involved for this very, very worthy cause. Now, in developed countries, childhood cancer has become largely curable with an overall survival rate reaching between 70 and 80%. But in South Africa, the rate is only about 50%. Now, Choc Childhood Cancer Foundation aims to improve this rate through the early detection awareness training, which affords early diagnosis. And with me this morning, we have Choc's communication manager, Zelda Jacobs. Zelda, lovely to have you.
Thank you
From the get-go, thank you very much for the incredible work that you are doing, because these children need our support. It's the last thing that any child should be dealing with.
Yes.
Let's talk about childhood cancer in South Africa. How bad is the situation?
Annually, we're looking at about new cases that are between 800 to about 900 new cases every year. And survival rate-wise, we're looking at only about 50%.
Yeah, that's shocking.
It is.
And this is where you guys come in to try and up that number. Now, I know that when it comes to cancer, especially when it comes to childhood cancer in any form, early detection is what saves lives. Where can people learn more about early detection around cancer, specifically with kids involved?
Yes, they can actually refer to our website, which is www.choc.org.za, and there they'll be able to find more information pertaining to the early warning signs, as well as more information about cancer in general. Another way is to also remember the acronym Silouan, who was a Russian monk that prayed for people. So that's the acronym that we use to remember the early warning signs. So the S stands for seek medical help when you find the symptoms. And the I, if there's a white spot in the eye, or a new squint, or a new blindness, or a bulging eye, that's also one of the symptoms. And then there's also L, so if there are lumps in the abdominal area, in the neck, you know, anywhere in the body where there's lumps, that's also a symptom. And then also if there's unexplained prolonged fever, where the child is constantly tired, and also if they're complaining about aches and pains. I mean, kids shouldn't be complaining about aches and pains.
Besides those
back
growing
aches,
pains,
you know, joint aches, those sort of things. Those are also part of the symptoms. And then if there's also like any neurological signs, if there's deterioration in the walking, like a child was fully balancing in terms of walk, and now all of a sudden they're unable to walk straight, those are also part of the symptoms. So people can remember the acronym of Silouan or refer to our website.
All right, fantastic. Now, like I mentioned, this morning is a very, very worthy cause. There you can see what we've raised so far. We want to up that number, so come on, we want 7,000 Rand at least before the end of the show to make this dream a reality of a brand new Choc home in Pretoria. Now, let's talk about the Choc homes. Now, I've been to the one in Plumstead. Phenomenal work, a little safe haven for the kids. What does it mean for them to be part of this?
It actually means a lot. So the kids and the families actually use the house in two ways. So it's for outpatient when they at outpatient phase. So when they're out of town. And because depending on the type of cancer that you have, you might be referred to Cape Town and you're from East London. So in cases like that, the family and the child then gets to use the Choc house that's close to the treatment center in Cape Town. So we have about 12 across the region. The particular one that we're raising funds for is for the one in Pretoria, which is currently a 3-bedroom house. And because of the need, we're actually in need of a bigger house so that we can accommodate more kids. And Pretoria accommodates kids that are also from Mpumalanga and the surrounding areas.
So that's why it's so important. So make sure, Zelda, thank you very much for joining us this morning once again for the incredible work that you guys are doing. So make sure you get your pledges in. There's still time. Give us a call, 021 430 9700 to pledge.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show, guys. It's been an absolutely wonderful morning where we've done great work for the Childhood Cancer Foundation of South Africa. Pledges have been coming in from far and wide, and the latest one to come in was from Clint Guthrie, who is the president of the Lions Club in Pretoria, donating 2,000 Rand and challenging all other presidents of the other 140 clubs.
Well, match it or higher.
Match it or higher. 140 clubs all around the country. So do the same. We're going to keep the lines open for a couple more minutes. But we want to say thank you so much to the entire team. Please give yourselves a round of applause. And to everyone at home who's called in to pledge, the latest update we can give you right now, we are at 228,720 Rand. Let's get it to 230. Thank you, South Africa. We love you. Bye-bye.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.